Superdimensional Internet Cafe. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 26 Awakened Level. Urban Legend. Advanced Awakened. Chen can be sure that the woman in red in front of her is a high-level awakener, and her companion must be no worse than her. The reason why Oni-san in red can be concluded that he is a high-level awakener is because of observation haki. He can perceive the energy intensity of our enemies and enemies. The energy in the red-clothed woman's fist can easily destroy buildings with a height of more than 10 or 20 meters. The strength of the awakened is basically divided according to their energy level: point beginner, intermediate, advanced, general, star, king. The primary awakened person is not an awakened person who can be called an awakened person. That kind of person can only be called an apprentice in the awakening stage, because those apprentices had just awakened their power. They could only release the power of small fireballs, small whirlwinds, and small arcs, and the threat was not great. If they were handled properly, Chen 2 days ago could kill those apprentices only after being trained and able to use a fire-style great fireball level moves. Can you barely pass the pass and be regarded as a noble awakened person? Point. There are 3, 6, 9, and 9 levels among the awakened, and there are 9 levels for the primary awakened. Converting the world of One Piece, it should be between Marine Ensign Colonel Marine and converting Hokage Ninja Sisgen and Tuknin. When Luffy first went to sea, when Naruto first set out on the mission, his strength was that of a beginner awakened. The mid-level awakeners, divided into the first, middle and later stages, will not be weaker than Marine Rear Admiral in One Piece and Jonin in Hokage, all of which have great moves. Advanced awakeners, also divided into early, middle, and late stages, are equivalent to the elite Vice Admiral of Marine, and are the elite Vice Admiral of Logia or Paramecia Devil Fruit. With one sword and one sword, they can cut off buildings and smash boulders, and attribute attacks can cause large damage. The range explosion, converted into the combat power of Hokage, is the strength of elite Jonin. The representative person is Kakashi. Point. The specific strength of the star level awakener Chen has not seen before is not very clear, but at least it is comparable to the strength of the 4 Emperor Senior Cadres, which is the legendary quasi-admiral strength. In Hokage, it is cage level. Moreover, star awakeners may be stronger than quasi-admiral and ordinary cage level, because all star awakeners have their own attribute fields, and they have various bonuses in the field. The most terrifying thing is that some awakened there are several properties, and therefore several fields, those awakening stars with several attributes. The current Chen is not sure to defeat them, and it is estimated that Marine Admiral and 3rd Hokage are just the same. Point. As for how strong the king level awakener is, Chen can't estimate it at the moment. Point. However, there is such an urban legend in the Great Emperor of China. I heard that 2 years ago, there was an awakener with all attributes, up to the specific grade, but that person's strength may be stronger than the 4 kings, and he is also one of the 4 kings. Muddy Crypt and Dragon. There was a fight and an island was destroyed, and the outcome is unknown. Muddy Crypt did not respond positively to this incident, so this incident has become an urban legend. Thinking of that urban legend, Chen didn't underestimate the red-clothed Oni-san in front of her. After all, in the land of China, the crouching tiger, hidden dragon, the red-clothed Oni-san was only a high-level awakener, but she was so young, and there might not be anyone behind her, armed color-coiled. Chen secretly cast the armament haki entanglement, and the invisible armament haki covers his whole body. Armament color hardening is black, and entanglement is colorless, so the opponent can't see why. Point. After getting ready for the battle, Chen asked coldly, "Do you want to tear down my internet cafe, HMPH? Who told you not to let me in?" Oni-san in red is not angry. "You better stop making trouble, or I'll be angry." She gently pulled the sleeve of the red shirt Oni-san and reminded, but the red-clothed Oni-san looked at the internet cafe's internal environment. She didn't do this for her mission, otherwise she would be so unreasonable. Her goal is an internet cafe. Chen's heart sank. Internet cafes are his inverse scales. Whoever makes the idea of internet cafes will die, but on second thought, it felt wrong. It is impossible for them to know the secrets of superdimensional internet cafes. So what is their purpose? Wait, maybe their goal is not an internet cafe, but simply to investigate the internal situation of the internet cafe. That said, their target should be me. That's it. Interesting. Chen squinted his eyes and smiled, and said, "It's not impossible for you to beat my door. If you can break it, I'll let you in. If you can't break it, don't bother me in the future." "Okay, what you said." The red-clothed Oni-san showed a smile, full of confidence in herself, unaware that Chen's words were taking advantage of her. Although the girl in the white shirt understood the meaning of the phrase "entering the house," she didn't say much. After all, it's better to pretend not to know about this kind of thing. Break it for me." The red-clothed Oni-san is very high profile, with a fist of high temperature of lava, smashing the glass door fiercely. Bang. A violent explosion. Then, a few seconds later, Oni-san in red walked out of the internet cafe crying, "Woo woo woo. Shia, he bullies people, and his hands hurt." Red-clothed Oni-san wiped away her tears, and cried to Shia that the punch just now almost broke her hand. "Who made you work so hard?" Shia was speechless for a while. "If someone dared to let you fight, you must be sure, but you still punch with all your strength. Who's to blame?" It's just that she was also very surprised. According to her memory, this internet cafe should have been smashed by the Wang family soon, and then it happened to cause a disaster. Although the current Wang family is overwhelmed, how did the internet cafe's defense level smash the people of the Wang family? This fuck is harder than titanium alloy glass. How can you destroy the internet cafes bound to the superdimensional internet cafes? At Chen's window, looking at the two women who were walking away downstairs, he laughed secretly. Even if the world ends and the universe explodes, this internet cafe will not be damaged in the slightest. This is also what Chen remembered just now. He is invincible in the internet cafe, which also means that the internet cafe itself is invincible. And Chen deliberately let them retreat in order to see who they were behind the scenes. I believe that with this test at the door, they will definitely contact the people behind the scenes. Chen's eyes flickered. He didn't believe that the two high-level awakened people were alright. They came to the internet cafe to surf the internet. High-level awakened people can buy internet cafes in the entire Jiangnan city. Do they need to use such deserted internet cafes to surf the internet? Could it be the Wang family? It's impossible. They don't have the ability to mobilize the two advanced awakeners. Come and have a look. After thinking about it for a while, Chen and Guan were in the same dust, changing shape and shadow, and disappeared in the internet cafe. PS. Tonight's update is relatively late. Readers can get up tomorrow morning and watch it again. Chapter 27, The One Who Sent You on the Road. After leaving the internet cafe, Chen followed the two women all the way. The speed of the red-clothed Oni-san and the white-clothed girl was very fast, but it was much worse than Chen's Hegwon Tangchen. In addition, Chen's observation haki covers half of the city, and they are invisible in this city. And Chen heard a lot of useful information along the way. Shia, what do you think we should do with our next mission? Red-clothed Oni-san was walking on a lonely road with a worried look. She was more worried about the task than her injured hand bones. Sister Yan, in fact, we don't need to worry. After all, he looks fine, doesn't he? As long as he is fine, our mission will be fine. The girl in the white shirt said lightly. Looks good. But he's obviously abnormal. He doesn't do business. He doesn't go out. He doesn't eat all day. There must be something inside. But we can't even get in the door now. How can we report it? Oni-san in red is not as optimistic as the girl in white. If she doesn't know what's in the internet cafe, she doesn't think the queen will spare them. The girl in the white shirt frowned. This is really hard to explain. The red-clothed Oni-san suddenly felt blessed. His eyes flickered and said, "Why don't we attack at night, cow? Try to sneak in at night." The girl in the white shirt was stunned for a while and hesitantly said, "This is not good." Red-clothed Oni-san smiled and said, "What's wrong? It's a happy decision. If found out, will he treat us as snitches?" The girl in the white shirt muttered, "HMPH, is there such a beautiful thief as we are? The big deal is that when the time comes, my elder sister will give him some sweets as compensation." My elder sister has not made a boyfriend yet, so it will be cheaper for him. Oni-san in red is proud and full of anger. You see that people are handsome, so that's what they say. The girl in the white shirt rolled her eyes. Don't blame me for not reminding you. You can kill yourself, but don't take me with you. To die. What to die? Oni-san in red asked curiously. Forget it. Go back to the branch first, and then take a long-term view. The girl in the white shirt couldn't explain it, so she had to change the topic. Okay. The red-clothed Oni-san nodded, then took the white-clothed girl's jade hand, turned into 2 rainbow lights, and teleported to an unknown place. Disappeared? I still can't feel it. Chen frowned. It was really unexpected. I didn't expect that the girl in white shirt and Oni-san in red would have methods like teleport and return to the city. Their teleportation distance suddenly exceeded Chen's perception range, and the place they returned to was too secretive and protected by an enchantment, which made Chen unable to lock them again. Forget it, no matter how you look at it. They are not malicious. Chen thought they had mysterious forces and secrets behind them, but now it seems that there are mysterious forces, but they are secrets with the IQ they showed. Chen felt that he could sit back and relax. Having said that, it was vaguely evident from their conversation that they were sent to monitor or protect themselves. Chen has something to do with the people behind them. Chen doesn't remember knowing someone with such a background. Yiling Meng, young domesticated dying family background is good point, but she is so young that she cannot mobilize the power of the family. Grumbling suddenly, a cooing sound came from his abdomen, and Chen was slightly startled. I'm really hungry. It's all the fault of those 2 women. Chen pouted, delaying him for a whole morning. Now it's noon. Looking around, I found that there was a food street doing activities not far away, and the wind suddenly blew under my feet and flashed past. In the afternoon, the sun sets. Chen walked out of the food court contentedly. In one afternoon, he almost ate all his savings. No way. Many foods in the food street use monster meat, such as snow wolf skewers, fire lion legs, flame pheasant grilled wings, so the price is relatively expensive. However, it was only monster meat that could satisfy Chen's energy needs. After this meal, he would not be hungry for at least 3 or 5 days. As the sun sets in the west, it should be a dark and windy night at night. Chen was on the street, looking at the setting sun. His eyes were cold. Night. Jiangnan City, East Blue Shore, Artificial Island, Wangjia underground base. In the secret room at the bottom of the base, Wang, a middle-aged man in his 40s with a rather majestic face. At this moment, he was walking back and forth in the base anxiously. Master, what are you worrying about? Aren't the people from the guild headquarters coming soon? And the calamity level beasts haven't appeared again. On the side, Wang Futong, Wang's confidant, the general manager of the Wang family, and his capable general, asked softly. Since the accident of the 3rd young master yesterday, the master has been hiding here, and ordered the 2 young masters to leave Jiangnan City as far as possible. In this regard, Wang Futong is very puzzled. Having followed the master for many years and experienced several life and death battles, even if he is afraid of the natural disaster level beast, he is not afraid of it. You don't understand. It's not a monster. If it's a natural disaster level monster, now the entire Jiangnan City has become a hell on earth. Wang is not a fool. 18 years ago, Tianyuan suddenly changed. He was just an otaku who was powerless. Step by step, he did not rely on his own talent, but his own prudence. Back then, there were many more talented awakeners than him in Jiangnan City, but now, apart from him, there are very few people left alive. Therefore, he concluded that this was not caused by monsters, but man-made. The target was the Wang family, and it might even be him. His son was just implicated by him. Then master, why didn't you dismiss the Wang family? Manager Wang was shocked. If it was artificial, wouldn't the people in the Wang family manner be very dangerous? They are optimistic and naive, and they are reluctant to be rich, so let them be. Wang sneered. The rest of the Wang family have become greedy, and they don't believe his tricks at all, thinking that he is just making a fuss, and those people are all his cousins or their descendants, not from his line anyway. They will die if they die. And there is One more point that he didn't say, that is to let the rest of the Wang family be the scapegoats. If things get bigger, the Awakened Guild headquarters will not care. At that time, even if the other party has a big grudge with him, it must be given to the Awakened. The guild is a little thin. Wang is very clear that the enemy this time is at least a star, and he can only survive the difficulty by relying on the power of the Awakened Guild. Jingle bell. Suddenly, the phone in Manager Wang's trouser pocket rang. Manager Wang opened it and was overjoyed. Master, the people from the headquarters are here and have arrived at the airport. This time, the leader of the team is the future. What, you mean one of the top 10 generals of the guild? Wang was suddenly pleasantly surprised, and now he is saved. Yes, that's the one. Manager Wang nodded. Hahaha, God helps me too. Wang laughed proudly. Yes, of course. Okay. The sudden voice suddenly sounded. Wang instinctively nodded, and then turned pale in shock. I saw the golden light passing through the window of the secret room faintly. A handsome young man with a cold expression, holding an ice magic sword, with a faint smile, standing in front of Wang. Who are you? Wang shouted in surprise. Of course, the one who sent you on your way. Yi Chen's eyes turned cold. Murderous intent or inspiring. Asterisk, if you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 28, The Frightened Boss. The Surge of Newcomers. The one who sent me on the road. You killed my son, Wang said angrily, but his eyes flashed everywhere. And his manager nodded secretly, ready to use the secret weapon of the underground base. Don't pretend to be angry. If you are so bloody, you won't hide here and wait to die. Just now, your eyes flickered a few times, and you glanced at the blue jade brick on the left side of your eyes. Do you want to pass the teleportation formation under the jade brick escaped, and then blow up the underground base? Yi Chen looked at Wang and sneered lightly. How did you know? Wang was shocked. There was a teleportation array and a miniature nuclear warhead. Only he himself knew about it, and his general manager only knew a little about it. It's very simple. Before I came, I destroyed the formation. Yi Chen sneered and said, with light and dust, there are also many Taoist formations, and before he came, he used the color to sense it, and found that there were several energy jade bricks, which formed a strange fluctuation point. It was the fluctuation of the space attribute, so it was easily destroyed. Still in the formation center, I found a miniature nuclear warhead, and took it away, since you discovered me long ago. Why did you only appear now? Aren't you afraid of the people from the Awakened Guild? Wang secretly held the phone and provocatively said, I just give you hope, and then let you despair. Don't expect them to save you. I know your mobile phones are still on. The General Lin must be listening to me now. Yi Chen ruthlessly exposed Wang's little trick, and then said coldly, do you think your little trick is useful? What are you? You and I are just personal grievances. You think you can pull the whole awakened person? Will the guild deal with me? And even if they help you, there are not many people in this world who are stronger than the Four Kings, and no one can stop the people I want to kill. Futong, let's go together and kill him. Wang knew that under Yi Chen's blatant threat, General Lin might really give up on him. After all, there is the urban legend of the Great War Emperor, and the Awakened Guild really dare not provoke mysterious enemies easily. King Feng Gang. Wang quickly pulled out his sword, cut out a Cyan Wind, and attacked Yi Chen's right side. Flame Fist. After receiving the order, Director Wang immediately shot, with terrifying flames condensed with both heads, and slammed to Yi Chen's left side. The two have cooperated tacitly for many years, and once escaped under the hands of a disaster level beast. Manager Wang believes that he and his master will definitely be able to escape. It's just that this time Manager Wang miscalculated. At the moment, when his body stiffened with his flaming fist, Wang threw a silver dagger and pierced his abdomen. After absorbing his blood, the silver dagger opened a space vortex, and a jungle was reflected in the space vortex, Futong, I will avenge you. As soon as he succeeded, Wang Wang quickly jumped over to hold the dagger and entered the space wormhole, leaving only Director Wang, who was dead. Jungle on the outskirts of Jiangnan City. Fortunately, when I was doing a mission in the Western world, I spent a lot of money to buy this dagger inscribed with space runes, but unfortunately it requires blood sacrifice to activate it. Leave the Green Hills without worrying about no firewood. That kid you give, I'm waiting. Wang Wang roared fiercely. Okay, I'll wait. Behind him, Yi Chen laughed jokingly. How could you poof? Before Wang Wang looked back, his heart was pierced by the magic sword Frostmourne, and he fell to the ground, unable to rest his eyes. Of course I came with you. Yi Chen slowly picked up the silver dagger that fell on the ground and lightly answered Wang Wang's question before his death. The ability of this silver dagger is good, but its shortcomings are also obvious. It needs blood sacrifice to one person. Open the vortex of space and hold the dagger to shuttle. In fact, Wang Wang's operation is still very fast, which is beyond Yi Chen's expectations, but Yi Chen's speed was too fast. The moment Wang Wang threw the dagger, he reacted, and then at the moment he shuttled, he held his dagger and shuttled over together, and the space distance of the dagger shuttle is limited, even if he escapes. Yi Chen can find him again with a look of knowledge. For the sake of the piece of equipment you gave me, I'll keep your whole body. Yi Chen put away the dagger, held Frostmourne and devoured Wang Wang's soul, then looked towards the Jiangnan airport. The entire Jiangnan city has a dedicated airport for the awakened, and the people sent by the guild headquarters must be there. In order to save trouble in the future, Yi Chen intends to give them a warning. Ninetales chakra mode. With a bang, Yi Chen broke out the Ninetales chakra mode. The powerful chakra soared into the sky and raged in all directions. Okay, inside the airport, General Lin, who was in his 30s, was shocked and sensed a powerful energy and hostility from afar. So powerful, so evil energy. The quality is close to that of natural disaster level monsters. General Lin was frightened for a while. What the man on Wang Wang's phone said was true. If this is not the opponent's full strength, then the opponent's real strength may be stronger than the Four Kings. Frostmourne. At this moment, Yi Chen held the magic sword and stabbed the ground violently. Click. A suffocating icy murderous aura erupted from Frostmourne's blade, instantly engulfing the ground and spreading rapidly. The surrounding jungle was turned into an icy jungle of death. The flowers, trees, birds and rabbits in the jungle were all frozen in an instant and lost their lives, and this ruthless death is frozen all the way to the airport, and the path along the way is completely frozen. With a length of 200 miles, his General Lin looked at the ice of death under his feet and suddenly felt bad all over. Fast. The fastest special plane. I want to go back to the imperial capital. General Lin knew that he was no longer able to participate in this matter, so he was decisive. The branch that received him at the airport felt that they were all confused. This is the Admiral of the Awakened HQ, one of the top 10 powerhouses. How to run faster than a rabbit. Haha, I was really scared away by me. Yi Chen smiled knowingly. The other party was completely fooled by him. Judging from the perception of seeing and hearing, Yi Chen is not much stronger than General Merlin, but Kurama's chakra energy is very destructive and extremely suffocating, and Frostmourne's artifact characteristics were beyond the reach of mortals, and Yi Chen was so aggressive that the other party didn't dare to fight rashly, so he just slipped away. Go back to the internet. Café. After solving King Wang, the Wang family tree fell into disrepair. They were used to being arrogant and domineering, and they didn't know how to offend so many people. In addition, the Wang family had a great business, and there were definitely many people who wanted to take the opportunity to annex their industry. They didn't need Yi Chen to take action, and they died without a whole body. As for the two sons who escaped from Jiangnan City, there are no finished eggs under the nest. Whoever annexed the Wang family's property would have let Wang Wang's two untalented sons go, leaving hidden dangers for themselves. So Yi Chen leisurely went back to his kennel just to see how active he was. It's just that I was surprised when I returned to the internet cafe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How come there are so many new discussion groups? Yi Chen was surprised that the number had almost doubled. Chapter 29 Golden Retriever, God of Ninjas. There were 8 more netizens at once, which surprised Yi Chen, and the number almost doubled. There were only 10 netizens in the internet cafe before, and, Enel had been banned by Yi Chen for 24 hours before, and the narcissist whose ID was Jiuo Shiwashang, a dazzling beauty in the country, has not said a word so far on Yi Chen's main computer. There are currently 18 internet cafe landlines that are lit up, proving that these 18 people are all connected to the superdimensional internet cafe. The IDs on the 18 landlines are 1. The unparalleled beauty of the country and the allure of the country. 2. Magneto. 3. Laozi is not you Laozi. Laozi. 4. There is an Avalon Indalion. Merlin. 5. The true eye of the evil king. Little bird swim 6 flowers. 6. Kurama exclamation point 7 left square bracket colon god. Enel 8. The strongest daddy. Whitebird 9. Tony Stark 10. Goddess of Doom. Alice. The 8 new arrivals are 11. God of Ninjas. 12. Goose is an assassin. Goose has feelings. 13. I like the quack too. 14. Passionate like fire. Soft like water. 15. Super nice guy. 16. Golden retriever loser. 17. Saint Zhuge. 18. Poisonous tongue is not my fault. It's not hard to tell the new 8 people, but what about that? The peerless beauty of the country's unparalleled beauty. It's a bit too homey, and I haven't said a word now. Yi Chen couldn't help laughing and laughing in his heart. Is there really someone who is so accommodating or autistic? However, the other party does not bubbling, and it is not easy to force others to bubbling. Maybe the other party is just not gregarious and does not want to talk in the internet cafe. Say hello to the newcomer first. After a pause, Yi Chen said in the discussion group, welcome to Mengxin. There is an Avalon Indalion. Yo, the leader of the group has appeared. The strongest dad. Haha, the leader of the team is finally here. The evil king's true eyes. Lord leader. Someone threatened to overthrow your rule. Yi Chen. Oh, who is so brave? Is it you? Tony shit. There is an Avalon Indalion. Master Chief. Tony is not here. He was called by the militants to build weapons. Magneto. It's a pity that he and I are not in the same world. Otherwise saving him would be a simple effort. The strongest dad. Then let me give you a proposal. You can save Tony from your world in the future, and you can accept him as a godson. Whitebird is Whitebird, and as soon as he has an idea, he accepts his son. Magneto. Yo, what a great idea, Tony. Father Whitebird, I didn't offend you. Why did you cheat me like this? There is an Avalon Indalion. Hey, Tony, didn't you go to build weapons in a small cave? Tony, Shin can't be used twice. I'm a genius. Magneto. Yes, it's really great to have a talented son. Tony, go away with my self-esteem. How can I be your son? Yi Chen, are you sure? Dare to swear in the name of Tony Shidaze. Tony, I swear, even if I'm killed by the militants, I will never be the son of Magneto if I don't go to a superdimensional internet cafe for the rest of my life. After finishing speaking, I found that netizens laughed collectively. Yi Chen, 23,333 Evil King True Eye, 23,333 The Strongest Dad, 23,333 Goddess of Doom, 23,333 Magneto, 23,333 I don't know why, I feel like I'm being mocked. Wait, after half a sound, Tony immediately reacted. Tony, my name is Stark, Tony Stark. Yi Chen, haha, Tony looks like your injury hasn't healed yet, and you can't even turn your head around. Tony, who would have thought that you are so shameless, the leader of the group, to use these language traps? It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. Is it difficult to admit that you're stupid, Mr. Big Shit? Tony, here comes another one. Do I have any grudge against you? Golden Retriever, HMPH, naive. Joking about names. Are you all children? It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. Hey, the person upstairs. The tone of his speech always feels a little familiar. Your ID matches the one in my mind really well. Golden Retriever, HMPH. Your poisonous tongue also reminds me of a very unpleasant person. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. No way. Are you Eyeing Lily. Golden Retriever. How did you know? You are Zarshizi. It's not my fault for the venomous tongue. It's really a bad fate. Miss Bad Dog. Golden Retriever. That's what I said. Chen. Everyone has seen it. I don't need to introduce it. The above two Menxen are from the same world. From a daily world without extraordinary power. Their names are Zarshizi and Eyeing Lily. They are a pair of defeated dogs who suffer from the same disease. Chen also did not expect that the two female protagonists of The Way to Raise a Passerby woman would appear here. A black-skinned and sexy senior, Zarshizi, real name Zazuki Ushiayu, its son Deer, a blonde with double ponytails young domesticated dying pair, referred to as Golden Retriever. This pair of girls are super pinch each other. Can come here together, can be regarded as happy friends. Golden Retriever loser, no road race. Who is the loser? Chen, you're barking wildly here, but it won't change the fact that you're a defeated dog. Just accept your fate. Iri suddenly suffered 10,000 true damage. Point. Golden Retriever, why do I feel that you are more vicious than Zarshizi? Poison tongue is not my fault. Poison tongue. Sorry, if it's poison tongue to tell the truth, then I think I'm still far behind. Golden Retriever, what do you mean? It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. Golden Retriever. What are you doing? Hello. Chen, what she means is that if she talks too much, she is afraid of hitting you. In the past, she'll let you go, otherwise you would be more worried. Golden Retriever, after knowing the truth, why do you have the urge to vomit blood? It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. The leader of the team really understands me, but I don't agree with what you said before. You said that Eyeing Lily is a defeated dog, and what you said is very true, but the word defeat dog has never been used. Not in my life. Chen, really? Poisonous tongue is not my fault. Yes, Zarshizi's tone is very affirmative and confident. Her talent, her appearance, and her figure are all excellent. Such a woman is almost perfect, and her self-confidence makes her even more beautiful. Point. In Passenger Girl, Zarshizi has always been very popular, and is also one of Chen's favorite daily heroines. However, if you like it, you have to tell the truth. Chen, it's a pity. The poisonous tongue is not my fault. What a pity? Chen, it's a pity that you are too good. That's why you failed. Poisonous tongue is not my fault. Zarshizi's delicate body trembled. She was too good. Is that the reason for her failure? I don't know why, but suddenly there is a sad feeling of wanting to cry without tears. Golden Retriever, I don't know why, but I suddenly feel better. Poisonous tongue is not my fault. A defeated dog is always a defeated dog. Zarshizi is in a mess now. And she doesn't bother to pay attention to Eyeing Lily, because she knows that what the team leader said is very likely to be true. Does her emotional failure stem from her excellence? So bitter. Chen, okay, it's quiet now. Who said before that he wanted to overthrow my rule? Is it Menxin, god of ninja? HMPH. Boring. I thought it was Impure World Reincarnation. But I can directly apply illusion to my soul in the underworld. Call you the strongest, super good guy. Underworld? Illusion. Interesting. Chen. Who the hell is it? Talk. Why did I come out? I didn't dare to bubble up. Got. So what if it's Laozi? Don't use the ban. Thor Enel shouted, but his heart was a little empty. Point. If Chen silenced him again, he wouldn't be able to speak in the water group. The feeling of watching other people's water group, pretending to be forceful, and shouting 666 while he couldn't speak, was extremely uncomfortable. Chen, so it's you, but I forgot that your ban is over. Asterisk chapter 30 God vs Chen, Magneto vs Ninja God. Got, besides being silenced, what else can you do? Enel was using the aggressive method, which made Chen unable to restrain him. Chen knew it well, but this time he really didn't plan to silence Enel. Point. If you don't teach Enel how to be a person, Chen, the team leader, doesn't need to mix. Chen, what will I know? You will know when I go to your world. Got, hahaha, it is with me. I want you to hand over the position of team leader. In terms of combat, Enel is confident in his divine power, and he feels that his thunder god power is invincible. Enel has never been on the Grand Line, never been out of Sky Island, and he doesn't even know about Devil Fruit. It was only by chance that he swallowed thunder fruit and gained the power of Thor. Enel has an invincible fruit. Thunder fruit is one of the invincible fruits, but his knowledge is just a frog in the bottom of the well. I don't even know how big it is. Chen. Yes, but if you lose, you have to hand over thunder fruit. Chen made a plan and provoked Enel. He had coveted sparkling fruit and thunder fruit for a long time, and the other party just gave him a chance. Got HMPH, come and get it, if you have the ability. Chen, when the time comes, I hope you won't regret it. Hahaha. At this moment, Chen burst into tears in his heart. Chen has purchased 2 copies of Ninetales chakra crystals, which are no worse than those developed by Enel's thunder fruit, or even stronger in terms of physical skills. Chen practiced with light and dust, and he completely exploded Enel, who depended on fruit. At the same time, Chen also took control of Whitebeard's Conqueror's haki. Although it will take a month to completely control it, it is completely possible to deal with Enel, who can't handle armament haki. It can be said that in terms of haki, physical skills, and special abilities, Chen is not weaker than Enel. There is no suspense between Enel and Chen. Not to mention the battlefield. Chen had to choose, and Enel had no chance. The strongest dad, killer lala. I didn't expect anyone to dare to challenge the leader of the group. Although Whitebeard was itching and wanted to discuss with Chen, he had to endure it all the time. He didn't expect that God called God would be so confident. Didn't he see the group leader's performance in the Resident Evil world? There is an Avalon in Dalian. I really don't know how high the sky is. I don't dare to challenge the authority of the leader of the group. Merlin doesn't know the strength of God, but even if it is a real God, it is not as good as the owner of a superdimensional internet cafe. This internet cafe is so mysterious and unpredictable. How could the owner have no trump cards? God of Ninja. That's because you are weak, and the strong face the challenge head on. Magneto. Rookie, you are very arrogant. Magneto can't stand it anymore. These newcomers are very thorny. God of Ninja. Arrogant? Having strength is called self-confidence, but lack of strength is called arrogance. Magneto, it seems necessary to teach you how to respect your predecessors. God of Ninja, no. I think I need to let you see what power is. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. Sorry for disturbing the two of you. Do you have a way to travel through the world? God of Ninja, Magneto, the poisonous tongue is not my fault. There is no way to pass through. You guys are discussing a ball. God of Ninja, Magneto. This girl's words are so poisonous. Magneto. Wait until the activity level is 1000, and then you can travel through the otherworld. Even if you are in hell, I will find you out and teach you a lesson at God of Ninja. God of Ninja. Hey, old man, I will save your life. I don't want to hear your cry in the underworld. The evil king's true eyes. RRR. I feel that the smell of gunpowder is so strong today. It seems that there is a good show to watch. There is an Avalon in Dalian. Yes, the front row is eating melon seeds and watching the show. Super old man. Everyone, although it disturbs your interest, in the information bar in the lower right corner, the Internet Cafe membership rules announced. The first iron rule: Internet Cafe members cannot hurt each other and cannot affect their lives and souls. Magneto, God of Ninja, got Chen. Well, no one has read the Internet Cafe membership code point, and when Chen crossed into Alice's world, he actually had a deep feeling that he couldn't hurt her anymore, but he didn't think much about it at the time point. Now that I was reminded by that super good guy, I immediately understood. God damn it, isn't this engagement void? Chen, no. Please believe me, when the activity reaches 1000, I will let you see what cruelty is. Although the first iron rule, can't hurt each other, but Chen believes that as an internet cafe host, he must have privileges, such as small black room, banning, such as the unlocked function, punishment. As long as internet cafes are upgraded, there will definitely be ways to punish netizens otherwise. What kind of host would Chen be? The strongest dad, are you active? It was only then that Whitebeard remembered that the red envelope task had not been completed today. Ding. System prompt. The strongest dad will give out red envelopes, including 100 member points. Ding. The activity reaches 1000. The superdimensional internet cafe is upgraded. The time-space store is open, and the game system is open. PS. Some readers asked, internet cafes are doing business and playing games, why they don't have games or sell anything. As I said before, the time-space store is only opened when the internet cafe is upgraded to the second level, and the time-space computer is distributed, and the superdimension internet cafe is opened. It's only been 2 days now, and it's just enough activity now. Chapter 31 Dizzying Commodities. Finally breakthrough. Chen looked at the prompt window that appeared on the main computer, full of joy. Ding. After the upgrade, the superdimensional computer will be distributed for free. Do you want to receive it? Receive. Chen quickly clicked to receive it. Point and Zarshizi, Yingli Li, Whitebird, Milan, Laozi, Liuhua and other old and new internet cafe members, most of them click to receive them without thinking. Point in an instant, a very delicate laptop inlaid with space-time diamonds flashed in front of the members. With this computer, they will not need a mental connection in the future and can physically go online across dimensions. Wow. Eri looked at the computer in front of her in disbelief and was completely stunned when she saw the wide variety of goods inside. Point the list of time and space stores is dizzying. Point recovery class, concentrate coffee, priced at 10 points. Can maintain 100% energy for 24 hours. Energy soda, priced at 10 points, replenishes lost stamina and restores blood. Point youth. Milk tea, priced at 100 membership points, will not grow old within 10 years. After a use. 9 bulls and 2 tiger pills. Priced at 100 membership points, after a use, the strength attribute will be permanently increased by 10%. You can only reuse 3 at most. Skills, armament haki, junior, priced at 100 membership points. Observation haki, junior, priced at 100 membership points. Conqueror's haki, first awakening, priced at 500 membership points. Chakra forging, beginner, priced at 100 membership points, with light and dust introduction, priced at 200 membership points. VIP product, time and space shuttle card, priced at 1000 member points, can travel through another world. Only one person can use it. Super space shuttle card, priced at 5000 member points, you can travel to other worlds. The number of people is not limited. Special category, equipment copy card, priced at 2000 member points, can copy any equipment under the artifact. Point talent copy card, priced at 1000 member points, can copy any kind of under the gods talent. Point elimination card, priced at 500 member points, permanently eliminates a weakness or bad buff. Dominator special zone, Haki crystal, Ninetales chakra crystal, magic crystal, reminder, fusion energy crystals, permanently enhanced power. Because only the host can be perfectly integrated, other members vary from person to person and are temporarily closed to the public. Ding. The Superdimension Internet Cafe has reached the second level, and the host has obtained a new authority. Members will recharge and will receive a 20% commission. Unlock a new perk, Retribution. Punishment. You can temporarily cancel all the rights enjoyed by members and logged in netizens in the Superdimension Internet Cafe, such as the privilege of no harm to each other, the privilege of shopping, and the privilege of surfing the internet. Unlock new privilege 2, Shuttle. Shuttle. The team leader can travel to the world where they are at the request of netizens. In special cases, he can ignore the request and force the shuttle. Okay, great. Chen has the privilege of Retribution, and his gambling fight with Enel can continue as usual. At the same time, with the privilege of Shuttle, he does not need 1000 membership points to go to One Piece World. Evil King's Iron. Wow, there are so many good things. Staring at the stars, she really has a lot of things she wants to buy. But she finds that her poor membership points are far from enough. Kurama, it's a lot of good stuff. Originally, I was still watching the show, and it was bombed by the store, but I have a question. If I use the shuttle card to travel to the Otherworld, what will happen to my Jinkriki? Chen, that's an excellent question. I think your Jinkriki will be very startled. God of Ninja, Jinkriki, Kurama? Is that you? You are here too. Kurama, well, who are you? The God of Ninjas, Senju Hashirama or Acha Madara? Expression gnashing of teeth. System prompt. God of Ninja. Renamed Acha Madara. Acha Madara. Do you remember your master now? It seems that I really don't have an illusion, and a computer appeared out of thin air in the underworld. Very good superdimensional internet cafe. Hahaha. Interesting. Really an interesting place. Kurama, Hamadara, it's really a narrow road for the enemy. You wait for me. Sooner or later I will hang you up and beat you. Hamadara, just you. Next life. Hamadara was confident that Kurama could never be his opponent, and that he would never stand out in front of his main Jiki Sharingan point. However, Hamadara did not know that Chen promised Kurama Chakra God Tree Seed, but Kurama's current membership points are not enough. When Kurama sells blood and earns enough membership points, Hamadara will be out of luck. Chen, okay, let's settle the personal grievances between you in the future. Now I'm going to announce new benefits. Kurama, okay, my lord. Hamadara, HMPH, to give you face first, it's not my fault for the poisonous tongue, Mr. Leader. What new benefits are there? Shizi looked at the new laptop in front of her, surprised, and the products inside made her even more excited. For example, youth coffee. Youth is not old within 10 years for women. Youth is priceless and a woman's youth is very short. Unfortunately she has no membership points. Chen, look at your computer and find the auto-loading game Warcraft 3rd, the Frozen Throne. As long as you spend 1000 membership points, you can get the genuine license. After a pause, Chen continued to earn membership points for playing games, as well as the heavy news of the explosive artifact tossed out. Magneto, hey, I can get an artifact. As a poor and powerful villain boss, he felt that the temptation was really too great. Tony, just by earning membership points. Playing this game will make a lot of money. Tony suddenly wanted to be a professional gamer. The evil king's eyes. Tony, aren't you the richest man in the world? You still have to play games to earn membership points. Tony, I hate the title of richest man. Tony has a saying in his heart that mother sells criticism, and I don't know if it should be said. The strongest dad. It's just that there is a problem now. It takes 1000 membership points to buy the game. Although I can still get it out, I can rescue Ace later. Chen, father, you can collect devil fruit to recharge. The strongest dad, the leader of the team, really wakes up the dreamer with one sentence. Whitebird shock fruit cannot be sold, but other fruits can. Chen, actually, old man, I still have an idea, that is to deprive a fruit of the ability, and Blackbird has that method. That, God, is actually in the same world as you, and his fruit is thunder fruit. You can think about it. I can let you fight the strongest daddy, thunder fruit. No, I'll find someone else. Catch Blackbird first. Chen nodded. In fact he was just talking. He also knows what Whitebird is like. Whitebird regards the internet cafes as family, and it is impossible to rob them of their fruits. It's just that Whitebird thinks so. Enel doesn't. Got what? That old man and I are in the same world. Very good. I have accepted his fruit. And that Blackbird, the strongest dad, this god really needs to be cleaned up. Chen, it was not what I expected. He knew that when Enel learned that Whitebird was in a world with him, he couldn't help but die. P.S. Today is the 3rd update, and there will be one update later. During the day, because I go to the town to send the contract, I don't have enough time, so the update is a little less. Usually, it is basically 5 updates per day. Chapter 32, sending people's heads for thousands of miles. The courtesy is light and affectionate. Enel is really killing it. Originally it was just a conflict between him and Chen, a conflict between the members and the team leader, and now it has become a conflict between him and Whitebird. Chen. In fact, just now, Chen could directly sanction Enel, but in doing so, the members didn't say it, and they were still a little grumpy in their hearts, and they would feel that Chen had no energy or too much authority. But now that Enel is so arrogant and doesn't care about Whitebird's feelings at all members naturally prefer Whitebird and Chen. Invisibly, Enel dug a big hole for himself. And his arrogance is so arrogant, Chen really wants to take care of him and reshape the worldview for him. Before reshaping the worldview, it is natural to break his worldview first, and he can't take care of his own life. Chen, he doesn't accept your love, Mr. Whitebird. What do you think? The strongest dad. It seems that I need to carefully consider the proposal of the leader of the group. Don't think about it. Let's go together. Enel still has no limit to death. Actually wants to duel Whitebird plus Chen. Brain pumped. In the entire One Piece world, absolutely no one can single out Whitebird plus Chen. Not even Kaido. Chen. Haha. Old man. You have seen it too. This guy's brain is a bit abnormal. I hope you can educate him well. Otherwise I don't want others to say that I bully crazy in the future. The strongest dad. I understand. I will educate him well. Whitebird was very nice, but the way he was educated would make Enel feel hopeless. It's useless to talk too much. You wait for me. Enel exploded with anger and swore in his heart that when they came over, he would make them kneel and beg for mercy. The evil king's true eyes. HMPH. What's so fierce? Daddy, come on. Let's blow up. Nerf. Mental illness. Golden retriever. Hee hee. This is the first time I've seen a strong fight. I don't know how it compares to the special effects of a movie. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. It's probably more real than the movie. The movies are always fake. But Whitebird and the gods are real people. The action must be smoother and the battle scenes are more exaggerated. Super nice guy. Actually, I'm more curious about what the leader said. He has a way to make the two fight. His words instantly raise the hearts of all members of the internet cafe. Because it means Chen can hurt them, but they can't hurt Chen. Immediately Uchiha Madara, Magneto and other heroes all flickered, not knowing what they were thinking. There is an Avalon in Dalian. Isn't this a normal thing? The leader of the group is the master of internet cafes. Merlin is also reminding everyone, don't forget who is the master here. The 3 words master are called in vain. Magneto. Yeah, this is the master. Uchiha Madara, the ruler. Uchiha Madara's heart sank, and I have to say that, from the perspective of authority, Chen is likely to be equal to Sage of Six Paths, or even stronger super old man. It turns out that it is indeed the truth. It sounded like he didn't say anything just now. This super old man has a very calm mind. This kind of scheming made Chen frown slightly. This super nice guy? Could it be another big guy who pretends to be a pig and eats a tiger? Enthusiastic as fire, soft as water. Didn't you say we are going to fight? People can't wait. At this time, a cute new girl who had been diving for a long time showed her presence angrily. Of course, her heart was extremely shocked at this moment because a computer appeared out of thin air in front of her. Before, she thought she had been caught in an illusion, but she didn't expect it to be true. Goose is an assassin, and Goose's feelings. If you want to hit the mud, hit it. Goose, wait. There is business to be dumped. The Smenxin said, I have bought all the seeds. When will you start playing? Chen. Hey, Xiante, you have a heavy accent. Are you a Byandugia? Because Chen lives in Jiangnan City, he also understands many local dialects. And the accent is too obvious. Goose is an assassin, and Goose's feelings. I know, I remember everything. Chen. Amnesia. Goose is an assassin. Goose's feelings. Yes. Chen. Are you the assassin Woolyuki? Goose is an assassin. Goose's feelings. Do you know? Chen. It's really you. Assassin Woolyuki is a masterpiece animation that Chen has seen in his previous life. Although the style of painting is a bit special, it is really good to watch and has 100% praise. And Woolyuki's real strength is at the level of a boss, but he has amnesia and can't play it. His true identity is the #1 assassin of Xuanwu Kingdom. Xuanwu Kingdom is a country that relies on martial arts to compete with the high technology of Stan Kingdom, and its force value is extremely high. Goose is an assassin, and Goose's feelings. Can you say that I'm humble, and I'm the next? It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. Lord Team Leader, can you speak human language? Although we can understand it, it feels strange. Chen. Cough. Okay, Woolyuki, I will upload a video. You can watch it slowly. After all, Chen uploaded the animation assassin Woolyuki on the computer of the internet cafe. 12 episodes plus 3 extra episodes. With a total value of 150 membership points. The duration is short, but the fees are quite high, which immediately aroused the interest of many old members. But the biggest thing right now is the showdown between Whitebird and God, and everyone else has to fall back. After uploading the video, Chen said in the discussion group, Master, Thor, Enel Sky Island on the Grand Line. Tell me when you arrive. The strongest dad. Okay, I'll go with moonwalk as fast as I can. With Whitebird strength, jumping to the height of 10,000 meters is only a matter of minutes. It only takes half a day at most to fly straight to Sky Island and New World. This is the speed at which the top powerhouses can travel with all their strength. In Shichibukai, Doflamingo flew over the distance between the two islands in less than half an hour, not to mention Whitebird. Don't bother. Tell me Whitebird's location. I'll be there in a moment. Enel has Thunder Fruit, which can also move at the speed of light, but his physical skills are too poor, so his attack speed is not good, but his movement speed is top. Chen. Alright. In fact, Chen originally wanted Enel to rush to his death point, the strongest dad. That's fine. Whitebird had also heard of Thunder Fruit and knew about Enel's speed, so he clicked on the live broadcast, released the picture of the island where his ship was docked, and sent one of his life cards to Enel as a private red envelope. The life card is a special item in the world of One Piece, which can reflect the status and position of the owner of the life card. Enel has never been to King Hay, so if he has a life card, he won't get lost, and he will find Whitebird 100%. Get a good look at the power of God. Enel clicked on his live broadcast room, turned into lightning, peddled thunder, and exploded out. Boom. In an instant, Enel's figure was pressing towards the island where Whitebird was. So fast, all the members in the internet cafe let out an exclamation. Enel's speed was so fast that his fast eyes couldn't react, and he felt that Enel was running with all his strength and could circle the planet several times in 1 second. Immediately, I felt that the outcome of this battle was unpredictable. However, Chen knew that Enel would definitely lose, and flying so fast was nothing more than a gift from 1,000 miles. P.S. The recommended animation assassin Woolyuki is really a masterpiece. Don't be persuaded by the style of painting. This is a full score animation that is currently 100% praised by Station B Chapter 33. Thor, Enel, who questioned his life thousands of miles to send people's heads. The courtesy is light and affectionate point in the live broadcast. Thor Enel flew at a high speed, followed the life card, and arrived at Whitebird's territory in less than a minute point. The evil king's true eyes. It's so fast. I really got to Dad's island. The speed of light is so enviable. Super old man. It's a pity that he has poor control over Li Guang. Under normal circumstances, it shouldn't take a second. He took 29 seconds. Magneto, the speed of light. Very good ability. Magneto was thinking. Electricity generates magnetism. Magnetism generates electricity. And electromagnetism is mutually reinforcing. As long as he develops his abilities, he can also generate electricity. Can he move at the speed of light? Uchiha Madara, HMPH, so. Laozi is not you Laozi, alas, the means of the gods. Laozi thought to himself, I'm indeed a pseudo heaven. Enel and the others are obviously mortals, and they haven't worked hard to cultivate, but they have fairy-like means, and they can fly thousands of miles away in more than 10 breaths. This means he can't do it at all. Chen, old man, you are called a fairy. Chen rolled his eyes. Laozi really likes to pretend to be a pig and eat a tiger, and here he knows Laozi's true strength. Laozi is not you Laozi. Fairy ass. Can it move at the speed of light? Can it cause a tsunami? Can it emit a tail beast bomb? Laozi was talking and shutting himself up. Chen was stunned when he saw it. He didn't expect Laozi to feel so resentful in his heart. Is this really the founder of Taoism? Passionate like fire, soft like water. Is it a fairy? This cute new girl's eyes swayed slightly. There are really gods in this world. Does the god she believes in Beiyu really exist? If it exists, why not shelter their Beiyu people? Chen, everyone, the battle has begun. At this time, in the live broadcast room, Enel took the lead. God's verdict. Enel stood on the island, raised his hand to aim at the sky, let down a beam of thunder and smashed it towards the huge pirate ship Moby Dick that was docked on the shore. Boom. However, Whitebird made a move at all. A burly and strong man, the third team captain of the Whitebird Pirates, Kyozi the Diamond, blocked the blow with one hand. What? Enel was taken aback. How could anyone possibly block his attack with one hand? In the discussion group, The golden retriever. Wow, it's so shiny. Girls naturally like those shiny things, and Dying Lily is no exception. Evil King's an iron. If he sells the whole person, it should be very valuable. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. It's worthless. Ugly reject. Chen. Shizi. I think Kaozi would cry if she heard this. There is an Avalon Indalion. Is this a diamond fruit? Chen. No, this is a bright fruit. Kaozi just turned his body into a diamond because diamond is the hardest. In fact, it can also be turned into glass, crystal jewelry, etc. He can change all shiny substances. Originally, Chen thought that the Diamond Man was a diamond fruit, but he didn't expect that Lianglian fruit was announced in the latest life card information. Super good guy. I'm more surprised than his fruit. One of Whitebeard's captains can match Enel. Magneto. Rival? No, I think he's better than Enel. Watching the live broadcast can be immersive. Magneto has released Kaio's energy magnetic field stronger than Enel. Chen nodded. Kaio's melee strength is above Enel. Kaio's will armament haki. The strength is not low. Admiral Aokiji who can hit vomits blood, and Enel can only see and hear. If it is close combat, Enel will be hammered by Kaio's. Super old man. Diamond is stronger in melee combat, but in terms of fruit ability, Enel is undoubtedly stronger. He thought that Enel was not a fool, and he couldn't be foolish enough to melee a power type. Diamond Man. Chen. The analysis is correct, but unfortunately it's useless. Super nice guy. Chen. You'll know when you read it. On a Moby Dick, the Diamond Man asked Whitebeard, who was covered in drips, "Dad, who is this man?" Foilbuster, the captain of the 5th team, also came quickly. The 3 masters of the White Regiment. The first team leader Phoenix Marco, the second team leader Foilbuster, whose swordsmanship is comparable to Hawkeye, and the third team leader Diamond Man Kaio's. In terms of strength, Foil and Diamond people are above the young Ace, and the Phoenix is not there, because it is chasing Ace. Otherwise, the shot just now is a Phoenix. Whitebeard said with a long smile, "Killer la la, this is my opponent, you all step back." Yes, Dad. Foil and Diamond people don't understand. They are not as strong as their Enel. What qualifications do they have to let Dad do it? But they still obediently retreat to the back. This is the momentum of the 4 emperors. No doubt about it. Want to go? When Enel saw his attack just now, he was blocked by one of Whitebeard's subordinates with one hand. He hit him in the face and wanted to retreat. 30 million volts Thunder Beast. Enel continued to discharge, like a god of thunder, manipulating the current to form a huge electro-optical silver wolf, biting towards the Diamond Man. Armed color hardening 3-stage star strike. The Diamond Man first covered his entire body with an armed color, smashed a Thunder Beast over his shoulder, and then charged like a cannonball in front of Enel, who was 100 meters away, and launched a third attack, an armed diamond punch. Bang. The Diamond Man slammed Enel's belly with a punch, causing Enel to vomit blood, and his entire body flew out, hitting the gorge by the coast, sending out a violent explosion of lightning. At the moment, when he was knocked into the air, Enel's face was full of confusion. He originally thought that his attack would definitely bite the Diamond Man. No one in the residents of Sky Island could block his Thunder Beast smashed and counterattacked. His heart network, seeing, hearing, color plus Thunder Fruit's special skills, able to sense the voices of others, couldn't react. Because Kaio's can also see the color and can predict Enel's movements, and Enel never thought that the burly Diamond Man was so fast and could hit his entity. He is a god. How could a mortal touch his body? No, it's not scientific. Super nice guy. This Enel was seriously injured by a blow, and it was a slap in the face. This Thunder Fruit is too bad to play. If it were replaced by him, it would definitely make Diamond Man question his life. Chen. Does everyone understand the Evil King's true eyes? I don't understand. Golden Retriever. I only know that Thor, who looks very cool, is a little vulnerable. Uchiha Madara. HMPH. Stupid. That's called God's defeat. There are 3 reasons. First, when using skills, he can't move at the speed of light. He needs to concentrate on controlling Thunder Beasts. His body is invincible, and he didn't expect that a punch from others would make him question his life. At this time, Magneto hurriedly said, "Second, his moves are very gorgeous, but his energy is scattered and flashy, and he was defeated by one blow, which is no threat to the master at all. Super old man." Thirdly, the explosion speed of the Diamond Man is not very fast, but it is relative. Compared with Enel, who had never practiced physical art and couldn't move at the speed of light at that time, it was more than 10 times faster, with such a good increase rate. It's really speechless that you don't practice physical skills. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. To put it simply, the fruit is awesome, but the person is a chicken. Why do you talk so much? Uchiha Madara, Magneto, super good guy. Several big wigs were left speechless. Chen laughed. Okay, it's time for Whitebird to shoot. He didn't plan to let Enel go like this, and he would doubt his life after being punched by the Diamond Man. This is just the beginning. P.S. Let me talk about it here. Enel is not weak. Oda said, Enel has a big pirate level with a reward of 500 million in the sea, but the Diamond Man should be close to 1 billion, and can compete with Admiral, and he will be undefeated in a short time. Color plus physical skills. Flexible use of fruits, must have Admiral strength. Chapter 34 A full blow. The terrifying Whitebird. Evil King's in iron. Dad still needs to take action. There is no suspense anymore. Liu He had seen the power of Whitebird's earthquake and tsunami. If it hit Enel's small body, Enel would be killed in minutes. Passionate like fire, soft like water. Will that Thor be killed? Tony, I suddenly feel a little pity for him. Chen. He brought it upon himself when he died. No one forced him. Golden Retriever. Suddenly I feel that the leader of the team is a natural pair with someone, and they are very black. Aang Lee is not stupid and sweet, no matter how stupid people can see. The leader of the team knows the difference in strength between each other, and also knows Enel's character. It can be said that Enel was beaten so miserably. Completely in the design of the leader of the team. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. Are you reducing a rival in love for yourself? Miss Lost Dog. Xerxes' mood was slightly rippled. She was really curious about Chen, but she wouldn't admit it. Golden Retriever loser. No road race. No road race. No road race. Aang Lee wanted to go wild when she heard the word defeated dog, and she had already tried so hard and lost to an unknown opponent. At this time, they didn't know Sage Megumi yet. Goddess of Doom. Hey, why did you get involved with the leader of the group? Alice said. Obviously I came first. Why is this happening? The Evil King's true eyes. Yes, a rival in love or something. It's just Liu who was also a little panicked, and for some reason, she suddenly felt a little stressed. Passionate like fire, soft like water. Your reaction seems to be a little big. Although this cute new girl is still a young girl, she has never been attracted to a man, but her catastrophic childhood made her not as naive as a woman of the same age, and her mind is more sensitive. Looking at the reactions of the women above, she suddenly felt very interesting. The Evil King's true eyes. There is no such thing as a big reaction. Liu Jiang blushed brightly, as if she was thinking of something. Goddess of Doom. This is my normal reaction. Alice is very calm. Yangma is straightforward, and she is the only woman who has invited Chen to spend the night with her. Tony. I don't know why, but suddenly I envy the leader. There is an Avalon in Dalian. I feel the same. Chen. Don't put the question on me. By the way, Xerxes, I have always had a question. Anilin is also an otaku who has no talent and confidence plus a big fool. I have always wanted to ask you, what special advantages does he have? Chen didn't understand it at the beginning. Aang Lee was a childhood sweetheart and a big fool to Anilin. It's normal to have a little affection, but it's not normal if you don't point. After all, many young tamers can't tell the difference between friendship and love. Yingli may not like Anilin much, but she herself is caught in the game, and the authorities are obsessed. It's not her fault. But Xerxes, such a rational and excellent girl, actually has a good impression of Anilin. Could this be the legend blind? And Anilin is also that stupid, thinking that Xerxes is too good to accept her. This kind of man should really be punished. Golden Retriever. Poisonous tongue is not my fault. They are also very curious what they think Anilin is good at. Hey, think about it carefully. That would really doesn't have any advantages that attract them. Gentle. This is an advantage that everyone can have. Is it? Are we really blind? It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. Master Chief, can I ask for a memory video about our world? Shizi found that there are a lot of memory videos in the Superdimension Internet Cafe. Summit War, Kurama's Resident Evil, Assassin Wuliuki, so there should also be her world. Yi Chen, I will upload your future videos when the Whitebird battle is over. Yi Chen didn't refuse. After thinking about it, he felt that Shizi and dying Lily would probably be relieved after watching the video. After all, who would waste their time on a big stubborn idiot after knowing that he was digging his heart and lungs and everything he did was useless? It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. Thank you. Shizi heaved a sigh of relief, and for some unknown reason, her whole body suddenly felt relaxed. At this moment, in the live broadcast, Enel finally took a breath from the punch of the Diamond Man and stared at the Whitebird pirates. Whitebird also held his head high, standing on the bow of the boat, like a god and demon. His body was surging with energy. War is imminent. Discipline. Target. God Enel. At this moment, Yi Chen also took the opportunity to punish Enel, so that the battle could go on without hindrance. Ding. Punishment succeeded. The system prompts. Got, Enel has entered the blacklist of internet cafes and temporarily loses all the privileges of internet cafe members. After hearing the prompt from the internet cafe, Whitebird looked at Enel and said lightly, "Can you still stand up?" Enel didn't answer, and stronger lightning burst out all over his body, forming a lightning white dragon. 60 million volts Thunder Dragon. The power of this Thunder Dragon is twice that of Thunder Beast, and Thunder Dragon surrounds him, so even if the Diamond Man wants to attack again, he can resist. At the same time, his unique vision, heart network, also exerted its maximum power, listening to Whitebird's voice at all times, predicting Whitebird's next move. If the situation is not right, he immediately elementalizes the distance and then counterattacks. This wave of operations is quite similar, but it's a pity that he is facing Whitebird. Yi Chen thought to himself, Enel in this state can withstand a thing or two against Diamond Man, Phoenix, and even Marine Admiral Point, but Whitebird's sense of seeing and hearing is also super strong. Back then, Ace refused to accept Whitebird and assassinated Whitebird sleeping on the boat, but Whitebird relied on subconsciousness and instinct to defeat Ace while he was asleep. This kind of thing has happened 100 times. Enel's strength may not be comparable to Ace, and the gap with Whitebird cannot be changed at all. As predicted, Whitebird suddenly looked at Enel calmly. His heart was like Shizu, without the slightest wave. What is the situation? My heart network can't hear any sound. Enel was taken aback, and at the moment of his shock, Whitebird disappeared. Shave. One of the Marine 6 styles, a fast-moving advanced body technique, somewhat similar to the body flicker technique in Hokage and Shunpo in Shinigami. Whitebird mastered this skill in many battles with Garb, and a face-to-face appeared behind Enel. Enel noticed the huge figure behind Whitebird and turned around to control the Thunder Dragon to pounce on Whitebird. Break. Whitebird gave a loud shout and punched quickly. Click. With a huge shock, the whole world is like broken glass, and countless terrifying cracks appear. Boom. Immediately afterwards, the surrounding air burst open, the calm sea was shaken by the turbulence, the waves dozens of feet high rolled, and the whole island burst open. Thunder Dragon was shattered by a punch, and the abdomen also suffered the aftermath of Whitebird's blow. And Enel fell to the bottom of the cracked island. This is Whitebird's full blow, shattering the sky, tearing open the ocean, and shattering the earth. Tony, hey. This kind of power is too terrifying. Asterisk if you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 35 Goodman, Local Tyrant Aizen. Tony was shocked. If Whitebird was in front of him, he would probably kneel down on his knees, mainly because it was too shocking. Tony was seeing Whitebird's terrifying power for the first time. This wasn't Whitebird in his prime. Magneto. Whitebird is indeed a tough opponent if he's not well prepared. One move to slap Enel on the ground makes Magneto feel moved. If he takes Whitebeard's punch, will he be shattered to pieces? Really a little overhang. Uchiha Madara, HMPH, barely an opponent. Uchiha Madara rarely recognizes people. If Whitebeard is a ninja and knows ninjutsu, he would not dare to underestimate Whitebeard. Super old man. In terms of strength, Lord Whitebeard is indeed above me. Laozi is not you Laozi, it's all bosses. Talking one by one makes the old man dare not breathe. Chen rolled his eyes. Laozi, you pretended again. Passionate like fire, soft like water. I always feel that my ability to control fire is like playing at home. Mengson girl suddenly felt that she was so weak, so awkward, so helpless. There are big guys here. What should I do? Golden Retriever, at least you still have the ability to control fire. Yingli Li said that she was desperate because she had no ability whatsoever. Xia Shizi also frowned slightly and found that she had no special ability and she really could only chat and irritate in the Superdimensional Internet Cafe. Tony, everyone, I've decided to save membership points and buy shock fruit. Passionate and soft like water. Is there any shock fruit you can buy? I don't think there's any in the space-time store. If she could, she would also like to buy shock fruit, although she doesn't currently have that many membership points. Tony, hey, don't forget, store special items, talent copy cards, 1000 member points, to copy talents below god level, shock fruit, thunder fruit, and magnetic field manipulation, ninjutsu bloodline. All can be copied. Hearing this, Magneto and Uchiha Madara all frowned, and they were somewhat displeased by duplicating their abilities in this way. Super nice guy. I didn't expect that someone here would have the same idea as me, but I don't think it's that simple, is it, Mr. Team Leader? Chen, your intuition is very accurate. The talent copy card can copy talent, but not strength. Tony, you want to develop devil fruit to the level of Whitebeard. It will take at least 20 years. Tony, 20 years. For 20 years, his son has been making soy sauce. Super good guy. Why? I watched the member video Summit War. After Blackbeard got shock fruit, the power was more terrifying than Whitebeard used. Chen, that's because the state of Whitebeard at that time was too bad, and Blackbeard at that time was not weak, at least stronger than Ace, and his physique was even more different from ordinary people. Using devil fruit requires physical strength. Do you think Tony is a scumbag? Can an earthquake occur, fighting 5 scumbags? Tony suddenly felt an arrow in his heart. Tony sent a resentful expression directly and replied, would you like to be so direct, Mr. Team Leader? I think you and that poisonous-tongued girl are really a natural pair. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. At TONYZHANWUZHUBIG shit. I got scolded myself. Please don't bring me. Thank you, Evil King True Eye. I seem to remember that someone said that technology is the primary productive force. Do you want to switch to our mysterious side, the goddess of doom? Hey, everyone, I found that the science side here is only Mr. Stack. When Alice said this, she completely forgot that she was also on the scientific side, although she later awakened her mental powers. Magneto, give up science, boy. I welcome you to our family anytime. Tony, HMPH. For the glory of science, I've decided that I'm going to develop a shock armor that rivals shock fruit and make you impress. Tony also has his own arrogance. He was scolded by everyone. With his genius and arrogance, how could he bear it? Isn't it that shock fruit is controlling shock waves after all? Laozi can't believe it and can't study it. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. Shock mecha? Have you made your first mecha yet? Tony, well, I'd better shut myself off first. If he is beaten again, he will doubt his life. Chen, actually, Tony's idea is feasible. In the world of One Piece, there is a genius scientist named Vegapunk who attaches devil fruit to his weapon. Although it belongs to Zone, at least it means that devil fruit can be integrated with weapons. Magneto, a fusion of science and mystery? Is it science or mystery? Super old man, is this important? People in the world are always looking for results. As long as the results are good, is it the mystery side or the science side that matters? Uchiha Madara, I agree with that. Uchiha Madara is rare and doesn't hate people. It seems that he agrees with this sentence. As long as the result is good, what power is used? Does it matter at this time? Tony nodded. The combination of mystery and science. A good suggestion. Thank you, the leader. If there is a result, I will send you a copy. Chen. Then I'll wait and see. Super old man. It's a really good proposal. I also like to research. When there is a result, I will share it with you. The evil kings realize. Shocked, the big guy upstairs is also a scientist, or a scientist on the mysterious side. Liu Hua was a little surprised. This internet cafe is really Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon Point. Although everyone thought that this super old man was not easy, they never thought that he was also a scientist. Super old man. His Royal Highness is too famous. My talents are average. I usually study Shinigami, Zoo and human souls. The evil king's true eye. Study the soul. It's normal. Well, the big guy is the big guy. Pretend to be forceful. One by one is novel and refined. However, this is not the modesty of the super nice guy, who originally thought he was a genius, but after entering the superdimensional internet cafe, he found that he was really just average. At least he couldn't pass the superdimensional computer in front of him. Chen, Shinigami, virtual human soul, super old man, you shouldn't be Asian. At this time, Chen finally confirmed the identity of the super old man. Aizen, Shinigami's most intelligent, charismatic, and almost powerful villain in the entire play. Even among the villains in the two-dimensional world, Aizen's popularity is not only the first, but also the top. Super old man. Sure enough, I can't hide it from Master. In the laboratory, Aizen pushed his glasses, and Chen's words verified some of his conjectures. Chen, you gave me clues on purpose, right? Chen knew very well that, if a person like Aizen wanted to hide his identity, he would never reveal his flaws easily. Just relying on the ID super old man. He wants to lock Aizen. It is difficult to climb to the sky. It must be Aizen deliberately showing his tricks as for the purpose. What the hell is going on in the minds of people like Aizen? Ordinary people can't understand. But it's probably just a test. Aizen is really dangerous. Super old man. Master, it's really wrong for me to test you, but I'm not malicious. I'm just curious. Well, I'll charge 10,000 member points first to apologize. The evil king's true eye. First rush for 10,000. This is a local tyrant. Asterisk chapter 36 Aizen's insights. Aizen, this guy's really amazing. Chen secretly said in his heart, Aizen is Aizen. He is really thoughtful and impeccable. Knowing that the purpose of his temptation was exposed, he was afraid of causing Chen's unhappiness, so he immediately apologized. And the membership point is indeed an apology that Chen will not refuse. This big villain is really not easy. But this is Chen's internet cafe. Chen has absolute authority, no matter how powerful or smart Aizen is. It will not threaten him. In the face of absolute authority, no matter how powerful netizens are, they can only bow their heads obediently. Ding. The super old man has successfully recharged and obtained Soul Society Kid Skill Book, including back at 199, had 199 exclamation point, worth 10,000 member points, obtain member points. 2,000, current member points. 2150. This guy Aizen did what he said and sold all the kid secrets of the Soul Society. Even if the Shinigami of the Soul Society entered the superdimensional internet cafe in the future, there would be almost no secrets to sell. It can be said that Aizen has an absolute advantage. If Captain Yamamoto of Goto's 13 pairs enters the internet cafe, I wonder if he will come directly to Bankei Zunhuodato, directly burn the entire Soul Society, and hunt down Aizen. However, this matter is extremely beneficial to Chen. In an instant, I gained 2,000 member points, and I suddenly became a small rich man. In the space-time store, Chen also has a lot of products that he wants to buy. 2,000 member points are enough for now. At this time, the internet cafe gave him another surprise. Ding. Because of the accumulated recharge of 10,000, the total activity of internet cafes has increased by 1,000 points, and all members will be rewarded. Jiuniu who won X1. In an instant, a jade bottle appeared in front of Chen, and inside the jade bottle was a tiger patterned elixir the size of a dragon's eye. This bill is worth 100 member points, and you can only take 3 pills in a lifetime. The effect is that each pill increases the power by 10%. For many who don't have membership points, this is a real treasure point golden retriever. Wow, such an exquisite medicine pill. I'm a little reluctant to eat it. The poisonous tongue is not my fault. I can't bear it. If you eat it, you will be stupid. What is your current strength, and how much power can you increase by eating it? When eyeing Lily heard Zyash's reminder, she suddenly felt fortunate. She really wanted to eat the pill just now, but she is an ordinary female high school student, and she can increase her strength by 10% by exercising. What's the difference? Point Goddess of Doom, I have eaten it. Expression remorse. Although Alice has the strength of special forces, she has also obtained magic power for 5 years, but the increase is quite small. Point passionate like fire, soft and charming like water. People are too. Expression angry. Mengson girl was very excited just now, but now, when she hears it, it's stupid to take this medicine too early. Point evil king's an iron. Hee hee. Fortunately I didn't eat it. In fact, Liu He had already put it in his mouth, but luckily he saw Zash's reminder. Tony, damn it, I just ate it. I can't help it. I have to build a mech to escape. I don't have the strength. The strongest dad. Kula la la. I also ate it. My strength increased by 10%. I think I can now beat Kado. Heads up. The difference between Whitebird and Kado is not in combat power, but in physique. But if Whitebird's combat power increases by 10%, then it is very important. Point when the strength reaches a level of Whitebird, it is very difficult to increase the strength by 1, and the effect of increasing the strength by 10% is very significant. Point there is an Avalon in Dalian. I also took it, but I'm more curious than this medicine pill. How can recharging actually increase my activity? Tony, it's true. Money is everything. Golden retriever. Ordinary netizen said they were very hurt. Poisonous tongue is not my fault. +1 upstairs. Laozi is not you Laozi. Mr. Leader, I'm actually more curious. The more you recharge, the faster your activity increases. Yi Chen, don't ask me, I'm not very clear. Yi Chen really doesn't know why Aizen recharge will increase the activity. Is the Superdimensional Internet Cafe also in line with money? Point super nice guy. Actually, I have a guess. Yi Chen, oh. Yi Chen knew that Aizen was smart, so he was curious about Aizen's opinion. Point super old man, I don't know why the Superdimensional Internet Cafe exists, and what is the purpose of its existence, but one thing is certain, it is different from the internet cafes in the human world. Internet cafes in the world are naturally made to make money, but Superdimensional Internet Cafes seem to care more about activity. Judging from this upgrade, there is only one need for an upgrade: activity. If we want to increase our activity, we need to log into the internet cafe all the time. That is, we hope that we will always be united. Of course, playing games, watching live broadcasts, and chatting are also a kind of enjoyment, but this is also a way to keep us. The means of recharge and space-time store are to collect our abilities, but also to strengthen our options. Aizen's analysis is straightforward, but the problem comes again. Point what is the purpose of Superdimensional Internet Cafes doing this? Super old man, maybe the family will think at this time. What is the purpose of Superdimensional Internet Cafes? To gather and strengthen us. Why even the leader of the group does not know. Yi Chen, since you said it, what do you think? Super good guy, I have no opinion. There is too little information, and everything is speculation at present, but I don't think it is a bad thing. The higher the activity, the faster the internet cafe upgrades, the more benefits we get, and the more fun we have. Yi Chen, I don't have an opinion. You're still saying hi? Question mark? Worth, you Aizen's fairy board. Point super nice guy, the leader of the group won't be cursing me. Yi Chen, what do you say? Super nice guy. Actually, I've always been curious. Do you really not know the meaning of internet cafes, Mr. Team Leader? At this time, Aizen threw out the doubts in his heart. Yi Chen really doesn't know anything. He doesn't quite believe it. Smart people are always suspicious. However, Yi Chen really didn't know the deep meaning behind the Superdimensional Internet Cafe, but Yi Chen had a little guess. Unnatural extra-dimensional events in the world where Alice lives. The event that happened last time, The Superdimension Internet Cafe immediately released the task point. It is very likely that the existence of the Superdimensional Internet Cafe is related to this incident. As for whether it is or not, we will have to wait for Chen to obtain more permissions. After thinking about it, Chen said frankly, actually, I have guesses, but it's not the time to make it public yet. Super nice guy, that's it. Aizen pushed his glasses, his eyes flickered. It seemed that the leader really knew something he didn't know. Golden Retriever, I have a question. Its damn recharge system is very aimed at us civilians, which Warcraft 3rd looks so attractive, but we can't play it. Only those big ones with over 1,000 recharges guys can play. Kurama, that game is really good. I chose the Orcs, and I have already cleared the level of normal difficulty. At this time, Kurama, who had been diving for a long time, bubbled up again, saying that he was very slippery playing games. Uchiha HMPH, I choose the Night Elves, the man machine that has cleared the hard mode. The stupid Ninetales, how can your IQ be comparable to that of a human? Kurama, Uchiha, there is a competitive mode, 1 point competition. Uchiha, hey, stupid, come on, I'll tell you, even in the game, the Uchiha clan, are the strongest kings. There is an Avalon Indalion, add me one, and the three of us will compete. Laozi is not you Laozi, and me, let's play 4 player brawl. Golden Retriever, look, they've all played 4 hacks, but we can only stare blankly. What does this Superdimensional Internet Cafe need us to do? Lily can't even open the game window. I really envy the big guy. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. No. Lily, you are wrong. The Superdimensional Internet Cafe needs a big guy, not you. Does it need to care about the life and death of civilians? Just like an ordinary internet cafe, what people need is the rich, not the lowly who can't afford 1,000 yen, HP 99,999. After listening to Kasumi Shiz's opinion, Lily suddenly suffered tons of real damage, but I have to say that what Zaya Shizi said makes sense. For internet cafes, they are just a dispensable existence. Golden Retriever loser, I'm a low-key, I'm really sorry. Lily had a lifeless expression on her face as she typed words on the computer. Goddess of Doom, it turns out that we are just a low-key that superdimensional internet cafes don't need. This time, Zaya Shiz's map cannon made Alice quite a blow point, although it is cruel. Ellie also feels that the superdimensional internet cafes do not need them, but they need superdimensional internet cafes. The strongest dad, Kulalala, why don't you get discouraged? Since you come here, it's a family, and it's a great fate to be together in an endless world. Golden Retriever, thank you, Dad. Goddess of Doom, Dad is right. The evil king's true eyes. Dad said yes, the strongest dad. Kola Lala hearing so many girls calling him daddy, Whitebird was also very happy. He had many sons, but very few daughters. Seeing that Whitebird disintegrated such a heavy and negative atmosphere as soon as he appeared, Chen also smiled slightly and changed the subject. Master, did Enel wake up? The strongest father, the injury is very serious, and I will lie down for several days for treatment here. Chen, forget it, let me postpone the duel with him. Golden Retriever defeated Dog. The leader of the team is really black-bellied, and he still wants to abuse the little Thor. He is almost doubting his life now. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. It's more than just doubting life. It's estimated that the worldview has been turned upside down. Chen, you can't blame me. It's a man. You should keep your word and promise a duel. Even if you die, you have to go to the appointment. Goddess of Doom, 666. Worthy of being the leader of the group. Alice's eyes lit up for a while. Enough man. She likes it. Ding ding ding. Suddenly, a harsh sound came from the roof of the internet cafe. What's the situation? Someone is going to tear down my roof. Chen was immediately angry and said in the discussion group, you guys play first. I slipped away beforehand. After saying that, Chen looked up at the roof with a cold face and cast observation. Haki chapter 37. Two clumsy female snitch. It's them. Under the sensation of seeing and hearing, Chen suddenly found two familiar figures on the roof. It's just that their behavior at the moment made Chen feel ridiculous. Sister Yan, Can you do this? Shia, a girl in a white shirt, was on the roof, blowing the northwest wind, and it was messy in a gust of wind point in front of her eyes. The flamboyant and charming Red Oni-san was holding a 3-foot-long sword that was as red as fire, and stabbed the ceiling of the internet cafe fiercely. Don't worry, my fire spirit sword is a tier 4 enchanted weapon. I don't believe it can't penetrate his roof. Oni-san in red said confidently. Point. The 4th order enchanted weapon corresponds to the 4th order awakener. That is, the star level awakener used to break the roof of an internet cafe. There is absolutely no doubt. Point. However, her target was wrong. Point. This is no ordinary internet cafe. Sister, you've been stabbing for a minute, and he'll hear it if you go on like this. Shia was a little anxious. At the beginning, the sound of the sword hitting the roof was still very subtle. As her sister Yan continued to exert her strength, the noise was already disturbing in the middle of the night. It's okay, I'm sure he's asleep. Red-clothed Oni-san laughed shyly. Can't he fall asleep? You can wake up pigs with your noise. Shia looked at Sister Yan's turbulent mouth. Are the turbulent people especially brainless, or is the nutrition all going to the heart? Then what can you do? The windows of the internet cafe are not open. If the glass is broken, the movement will be even greater. Melting the roof is the best choice. Oni-san in red curled his lips. Is this melting? You have demolished it. Shia rolled her eyes and said, and I think there is something wrong with this internet cafe. You can't break the glass door before, and you can't melt the roof with tier 4 weapons. This is absolutely unusual. Red-clothed Oni-san also stopped when he heard the words, and suddenly realized, yes, why didn't I think of it? Is it still worth thinking about? Countless MMPs flashed through Shia's heart. Point. At this time, the red-clothed Oni-san rarely flashed a serious expression, and muttered to himself, I'm a top-level high-level awakener. And I control 3 attributes, plus my sword is a 4th order enchanted weapon, a 4th order knot. The world can be pierced, unless this internet cafe has arranged a 5th order enchantment. There are only a handful of people in this world who can set up a 5th order enchantment. Who would it be? Having said that, the red-clothed Oni-san and the white-clothed girl suddenly flashed their eyes and looked at each other. The Empress, the red-clothed Oni-san and the white-clothed girl said almost in unison, as if everything was explained in an instant. Empress? Chen, who was watching their movements with a spectacle, frowned slightly. Point. Who is the Empress, and what does it have to do with him? Point. These 2 stupid female snitches seem to have been sent by the Empress to monitor him. Point. By the way, is there something wrong with that Empress? Even if you want to monitor, please find 2 normal brains, and send these 2 stupid and cute idiots, so you are not afraid of him finding out. Chen slandered in his heart. Point. If the Empress knew, she would definitely scold Chen. Stinky boy, who do you think has a problem with his brain? Your attribute is nothingness. You can't cultivate. Do you understand? With your strength, can you discover them? I don't know how much effort it took to find such a good seedling. Almost all of them are placed by your side as maids. What do you want? Well, Chen didn't know what the Empress was thinking, and even the girl in white and Oni-san in red didn't know that they were in the Empress' heart and were the personal maids who were going to be given to Chen. Point. If you know, the girl in white shirt and Oni-san in red are probably all autistic. Point. It's not that they despise Chen, they think Chen is still very handsome and fits the looks of the person in their hearts, but they are still ignorant when they are sold. Everyone is speechless, not to mention they are the ones who sold them. The most respected queen. Point. But at this moment, Chen pondered for a while and said to himself, it's not going to go on like this. These 2 stupid girls obviously don't understand the internal situation of the internet cafe and will not give up. If they think about piercing the ceiling and prying going through his corner, that's definitely a problem. Would you like to scare them, let them retreat, and then lead out the Empress behind them? As soon as this idea appeared, Chen shook his head and rejected it. Point. Because he doesn't know the specific strength of the Empress, but from the words of these 2 stupid girls, they are definitely boss level characters, and may even be one of the 4 kings after all. There are 2 queens in the Western world, the British Queen and the Nordic Queen. It's just that Shia and the Oni-san named Homura are both Oriental and don't look like people from the West, so Chen doesn't think they are like the Nordic Empress. Forget it. I'm still developing in a low-key manner in the early stage. Although I'm not afraid of anything, when I don't go to an internet cafe, I feel that the water in this world is still quite deep. Now it's still development. Don't make waves. With a decision in his heart, Chen didn't plan to show his strength for the time being but how to get rid of them. Have it. Chen was suddenly blessed, and an interesting idea popped up. Chapter 38 God of Destruction 3rd, Kakarot. Hey, a mysterious smile appeared on the corner of Chen's mouth. He thought of an interesting plan. Once it was successfully implemented, the entire Jiangnan city and even the land of China would set off an unquenchable storm. However, Chen would hide his identity, stay in the darkness, observe the huge wind and waves secretly, and at the same time measure how deep the water in this world is. In this way, he can test the identity of the female emperor behind the two women upstairs, which is also in line with his low-key development strategy. But to execute the plan, you have to buy a few skills first. After thinking about it, Chen clicked on the space-time shop and selected skills. Originally, he wanted to choose the magic of gods and illusions, which Merlin recharged and sold, but he found that in the skill category, another batch of skills had just been refreshed. It's all top-ups from YUI. Aizen, Archer Hamadara, Laozi, Merlin. Aizen hit 10,000 points, which is obvious to all, and Laozi scored 1,000 points. After all, he has lived for hundreds of years, and the martial arts in control are unknown. This is just trivial for him. Merlin charged 5,000 points. Just now, he sold several kinds of magic from the Age of Gods. As expected of a pig's hoof with rich wealth, this guy has such an amazing reserve of magic, but he keeps saying that he is not good at magic, and that he is a swordsman. Chen really wanted to ask him, do you still want a face? And in the end, Archer Hamadara even rushed to 5,000. This guy died. Is he also rich? But thinking of the thousands of ninjutsu he controls, Chen doesn't think it's surprising. And because of their recharge, they contributed 4,200 membership points to Chen, plus Chen's previous 150 points, and Menks in scattered recharges. Chen's current membership points are 4,500. I originally wanted to learn the illusion of the gods, but now, let's learn ninjutsu. Chen thought for a while, and then chose to use ninjutsu to execute the plan. Why? Cheap. The price of ninjutsu is very low, and he has a huge chakra of Kurama foretells state level. Don't learn ninjutsu, learn anything. And Chen finally chose 3 products, 3 body technique, including the 3 basic ninja techniques. Transformation technique, clone technique, body replacement technique. Value 30 membership points. Body flicker technique, fast moving advanced ninjutsu. Value 20 membership points. Illusion manual, including 10 common illusion techniques such as Narakuya technique, darkness technique, fox mind technique. Worth 100 membership points. After choosing these 3 kinds of ninjas, Chen purchased 3 more kid skills, namely, back at number 61 6 stand light prison, the 4th of Had, Bailey, the 33rd of Had, Kang fire pendant. His kid are all very handsome, cool, and practical skills, worth a total of 150 member points. It took only 300 membership points before and after, and there are 4,200 points left. There's no problem now. Chen smiled lightly, and then Jian performed transformation technique. Bang. A burst of white smoke drifted past, and Chen suddenly changed his face, becoming a heroic young man with a red cloud black robe, and long golden hair wearing the Zio organization. Together with the light, after transforming, Chen turned his mind, and changed his breath. His appearance and aura have changed, even if a king level boss like Damazioma comes, he probably won't recognize him. After doing all this, Chen turned into a faint golden light, passed through the windows of the internet cafe, and floated up to the roof. Now, on the roof, since there is an enchantment arranged by the Empress here, don't we have to change our strategy? Red-clothed Oni-san said a little embarrassedly. What do you think? The girl in the white shirt rolled her eyes. It was all the bad idea of this Sister Yan, and she wasted a whole night. What? Why are you staring at me? I don't want to. It's a big deal to catch him. Red Oni-san gritted his teeth. The girl in the white shirt was startled and hurriedly said, "Didn't I say it during the day? Don't take me with you. If you want to kill yourself, forget it. I can't explain it to you. Go back with me first. I'll find a way." "Okay." Red-clothed Oni-san pouted her lips, a little unwillingly pointed. Just that when she put away her weapons and was about to leave with Shia, the whole world lost its color. Illusion darkness technique. What's the situation? Shia, can you see me? The red-clothed Oni-san drew his sword again, warning, "Don't panic. I'm by your side." Shia said calmly, "Why all of a sudden, all the brilliance is lost? Is it the realm of stars?" Red Oni-san frowned. "No, this is an illusion." Shia's eyes flashed with a radiance that was as clear as a fairy spring, and she understood the essence of this dark technique. Illusion. I didn't even notice. The red-clothed Oni-san has 3 attributes, including fire plus spirit, so he can also illusion, but he is not good at it. Now is not the time for that. After a pause, Shia asked Void, "I don't know who shot. We have offended your excellency." It's a calm girl, "But you are sneaking around in the territory of this seat. Do you want to leave now?" In the darkness, Yi Chen's figure slowly emerged. And at the same time he released his conqueror's haki. In an instant, most of the people in Jiangnan City, those who did not become awakened people, and who had weak willpower, all foamed at the mouth and passed out. Field. No, what a strong sense of oppression. Seeing the mysterious figure in front of them, Shia and red-clothed Oni-san frowned for a while. Such a mysterious power, such an oppressive aura, that they could stun so many people just by their aura point. This kind of strength, this kind of method, I'm afraid that only the king level awakened can hold the opponent. Who the hell are you? Shia did not lose an inch because of the strength of the other party, because she knew enough about the powerhouses that will appear now and in the next 100 years in her mind. This superdimensional divine sect's great protector, god of destruction 3 Kakarot. Yi Chen said lightly, "Superdimensional sect? Great Dharma protector? How is it possible? There is no such person in history, let alone this church." Shia's heart was shocked, and her face was bewildered. In comparison, the red-clothed Oni-san is much calmer, just muttering, "God of destruction 3rd, Kakarot? You are not from China, right? You blatantly said that this is your territory. Is there a problem?" Yi Chen said lightly, "This is the land of Shenzhou, and when did Jiangnan City become your territory?" Red-clothed Oni-san snorted angrily, "Tonight. Now, in the name of the great protector of the superdimensional spiritual sect, this seat declares, Jiangnan City will be included in the branch territory of this sect from now on, and any awakened people of the 3rd rank or above must abide by the teachings of this sect. Misbehavior." Yi Chen solemnly declared, while driving Conqueror's haki point under his terrifying and powerful aura. He put a heavy pressure on all the awakened people in the city. However, no one refuted it, and no one dared to resist. Because the other party is at least a top 4th order awakener, and may even be a 5th order king level awakener, there were only a few high level awakeners in Jiangnan City. And one died tonight, and the generals sent by the Awakeners Guild were scared away again. Now that the entire Jiangnan City is under the opponent's aura, it can also be said to be occupied, or the opponent's territory, which is really not a problem, so domineering. At this moment, the red-clothed Oni-san and the white-clothed girl were stunned, and the other party just wanted to say, "What territory? I said it's mine. That's mine. Do you have an opinion?" This behavior style is huge. It's just that the girl in the white shirt is very puzzling. Why are there no records of such a powerful person and church in later generations? This is unscientific. Asterisk chapter 39 The Goddess of Wisdom Aqua. Could it be that Kakarot and his forces are so powerful that history does not dare to leave a pen and ink, and they want to be completely wiped out? After thinking hard, Shia, the girl in white shirt, could only come to this conclusion. From the perspective of the opponent's strength, Kakarot and the superdimensional religion are undoubtedly real. The history after 100 years is not recorded. That is, the traces of them have been erased, but who can do that? The current four kings, the Angel of Extinction, the Devil Lord of Salvation, and other bigwigs in later generations, are not even the best among those aliens. Forget it, don't want to, it's a mess. Let's talk about getting through the current difficulties now. After a pause, Shia asked solemnly, Kakarot Great Dharma Protector, are you trying to kill the chickens to warn the monkeys? She was worried that Chen would use her and Sister Yan to operate. After all, taking over a territory always required Liwei Point and the strength of her, and Sister Yan happens to be the strongest in Jiangnan City. Although the strength behind the two of them is also extremely powerful, this mysterious superdimensional religion may not be afraid of them. This Lord Kakarot is only the great protector of the divine religion, and he is the god of destruction. Third, then there is god of destruction I and god of destruction I. My god, how strong is this force? Shia was terrified when she thought about it. Looking at Chen, her eyes became more and more awe-inspiring. Kill the chickens to warn the monkeys? No, our superdimensional religion doesn't need that kind of low-level means. Chen chuckled lightly. Then what means do you use? The red-clothed Oni-san asked curiously. Good question. With a snort, Chen said in a very proud tone, the teachings of our superdimensional religion have always been, if you don't agree, do it. Look down on life and death. If you have a seed, come and fuck it. Red Oni-san, sure enough, your superdimensional religion is very extraordinary. Even the teachings are so fresh and refined. Haki sidestepped. All the cowards? Newbie. Then what do you mean by leaving us? Shia didn't understand. Since it wasn't to kill the chickens to warn the monkeys, why did they attack them? Take it easy. Chen smiled kindly, and then said bluntly, I'm amazed by your skeletons, and your wisdom is extraordinary. It is very suitable to join the third sect of our superdimensional sect, the Axis sect, the third order under your command, the Axis order. Red-clothed Oni-san and Shia were all stunned for a while. There were also sects in the church. It seemed that there was more than one god, that this superdimensional religious sect believed in points similar to the 12 main gods of Olympus. Some people believe in Athena, some people believe in the sun god, some people believe in Hades, but they all belong to the same god. This superdimensional religion is bigger than they imagined. But fortunately, the other party is not malicious, just wants to pull them into teaching. After a pause, Shia probed softly, I don't know which god this Axis sect believes in. It's a religious group that believes in the mentally retarded. Oh no, it's an order that believes in the goddess of wisdom, Aqua. I think it's very suitable for you. Chen's eyes flickered, and he said a little embarrassingly, Aqua, the goddess of wisdom? Isn't the goddess of wisdom Athena? Red-clothed Oni-san rolled his eyes with a look of don't think I haven't read a book. And the mental retardation you said at the beginning. What the hell? Do you really think we are so fooled? It's the mentally retarded goddess. Shia complained directly. She felt that the other party just slipped the tongue by accident. Cough. What's the difference? They're all goddesses. Chen was slightly embarrassed and whispered, if it wasn't for her benefits, I wouldn't be too lazy to fool you. Shia, we can hear it, with the perception of their advanced awakeners, within 100 paces, even the slightest voice could not deceive them. Great protector, the difference between these two goddesses is huge. Do you think we are stupid and easy to deceive? Red-clothed Oni-san gritted her teeth and said, if she hadn't been able to beat Chen, she would have wanted to do it herself. If you were smart, you wouldn't be stealing the network cable here at night. Don't tell me you are here to swipe the Wi-Fi. Chen sneered mercilessly. Red Oni-san, Shia, stealing the network cable, rubbing Wi-Fi, we don't. Red-clothed Oni-san hurriedly retorted. They have become high-level awakeners at such a young age, and they can become guests of any force they join. Do you need to steal the cable, as for swiping Wi-Fi? What the hell? If not, what are you doing here at night? Are you grass thieves? Do you still like to team up to commit crimes? Yes, I was thinking just now, how could you be so boring, stealing Wi-Fi at night? So it is. According to my information, the young owner of this internet cafe is quite handsome, brazenly praised himself, and then Chen stared at them scrutinizingly, smashing his mouth. His expression seemed to say, I didn't expect that you are such people. No, we are not. Shia and Hangai-Oni-san hurriedly retorted, if this matter were a stone hammer, they would not be able to wash it out if they jumped into the Yellow River. However, Chen didn't listen to their explanation at all, saying, it's okay, our superdimensional spiritual religion has never interfered with the personal interests of the members. As long as you don't force others, you like team battles or wheel battles, we won't care. Are you still listening to the explanation? Red-clothed Oni-san wanted to cry without tears, as if it was useless to say anything. Shia was even more flustered. She was afraid that what happened tonight would be false, and if the one knew, she would be dead in the future. Okay, I understand. Chen secretly smiled in his heart. Ladies and sisters, you are too tender. After a pause, Chen said solemnly, let's get down to business. Do you want to join the third religion? Shia and red-clothed Oni-san were shocked, and they thought, I really can't escape. Why do they have to join the third order? They don't want to believe in some mentally retarded goddess. Can you change the order? Shia asked weakly. There is no shortage of people in other sects for the time being. Chen refused without hesitation. In other words, the third religion is very short of people. Oni-san in red suddenly realized that this was the fastest time in her life. Shia was amazed for a while. She wanted to ask this just now, but Sister Yan said it first. Cough. Chen's expression was slightly embarrassed. In fact, their question was right. There were not many followers of a certain mentally retarded goddess. Aqua. Seeing Chen's reaction, Shia also knew what the hell the third order was, and immediately asked, then what will happen if we refuse? Then as long as you stay in Jiangnan City, you have to obey our control. You can't create riots, and grass-picking events like tonight must not happen. Otherwise. Having said that, Chen's eyes froze. He raised his left hand and faced the jungle in the suburbs with a full blow. Hades 33. Kang Fire Pendant. Boom. A terrifying azure blue flame erupted from Chen's palm, forming a beam of light that ran on the frozen forest of Frostmourne. Bear. The jungle frozen by the cold air of death. The icy hell that could not be melted by flamethrowers actually burned directly. Looking at the blazing jungle from afar, Shia and her sister Yan's hearts and souls trembled, and the whole body was horrified. That kind of flame can make the soul tremble. P.S. The mentally retarded goddess Aqua, from a rather funny animation. Blessings for a beautiful world. The author thinks this is worth watching, and quite interesting. Chapter 40. Do you have any misunderstandings about Shinigami? I didn't expect that kid could burn. Frostmourne, ice of death, as expected of Shinigami's specialty. Looking at the burning ice jungle, Chen was slightly stunned. Originally, he just wanted to show his explosive power to shake his soul, but he didn't expect the effect to be so good. This is also just right. Completely stunned Shia and the red-clothed Oni-san. Chen's plan is to show his super strength and mysterious background, to shock the heroes in this way. Those big forces will not make trouble in Jiangnan City. But logically, it will definitely attract the prying eyes of countless strong people and forces, so that Chen can measure how deep the water in this world is anyway. No one could find out Kakarot's identity, let alone Kakarot's Chen. Of course, if someone in this world really knew Kakarot, it would be interesting. It is estimated that they will be overly frightened and out life. After all, the world of Dragon Ball can be destroyed at every turn. After the atmosphere was silent for half a minute, Chen slowly retracted his hand, looked at the sluggish Shia and the red-clothed Oni-san, and said lightly, you should now know the consequences of ignoring this warning, facing the overwhelming power of the Kakarot Great Protector. Shia and red-clothed Oni-san had nothing to say except nodding numbly. You can do it yourself. Of course, if you change your mind and want to join the third order, you can come here and wait for me at this time in 7 days. After speaking, Chen waved his sleeves. His body sank into the darkness and disappeared. After he left, the illusion in darkness technique was lifted, and Shia and Oni-san and Red immediately regained their vision of the surrounding environment. Shia, what should we do? Red-clothed Oni-san is very upset. If something like this happens, they will definitely not be able to continue their mission, and they don't know if the Empress will punish them. Go back, report the truth, and let the Empress decide. Shia has no choice. This superdimensional spiritual religion is too mysterious, and it appeared out of thin air in just a single blow from a great protector. Has the power of a king. What can she do? Her ability to see foresight was useless at all. Okay, let's go back. The red-clothed Oni-san nodded. Hey, wait. Before Shia left, her eyes suddenly lit up, and on the rooftop, Kakarot's great guardian had just stood and picked up a leaf. What's wrong, Shia? Oni-san asked curiously. In that position just now, there is obviously no such leaf. Shia frowned, thinking about what kind of ability this is. Space replacement, displacement, or body replacement technique. Shia was shocked, as if she had guessed a certain possibility, and threw the leaf away, pretending to be nothing, and said, "No, I'm just curious that this leaf is a little tender, not like it fell from a tree. What's so strange about this? Maybe someone else took it off." Oni-san in red pouted, "Yeah." Shia pretended to be stunned and nodded, then quickly left the internet cafe with Oni-san in red point. After they left, Chen and the internet cafe frowned slightly. That poem is not simple. Maybe I have noticed my body replacement technique. Chen's with light and dust can only transform with light and dust, and cannot pass through walls. In order to show his mystery, come and go without a trace, of course. Use the body replacement technique to leave the roof point. It's just that the girl is bold and careful. Her eyes are mature that girls of the same age don't, and she seems to know a lot of things. For example, when the red-clothed Oni-san said that he wanted to charm Chen, she was afraid for a while. Shia's eyes are just like Chen's own eyes in the mirror, with the maturity and calmness of 2 generations. Could it be that she's transmigrated like me, but she knows a lot of things? Maybe it's a rebirth. It's interesting. Chen was born with some interest in that Shia in his heart, and it seems that he will pay more attention to her in the future. It's a pity that Chen currently doesn't have the ability to cast spells on other people's bodies, nor does he have the complete hypnosis ability like Aizen and Uchiha Madara. The ordinary hypnosis technique. Chen felt that it was useless to that Shia, just performed the technique in the dark. That Shia had already seen through it, and couldn't crack it, because her mental power was not as good as Chen's, and she might not have a trump card. Zanpakuto Kaikasu Jetsu, and Mangekyou Sharingan. Is there a way for them to use these 2 abilities to recharge? If they have that ability, I can do anything in the main world much easier. Chen had the idea of Aizen and Uchiha Madara's abilities in his mind, and from time to time all kinds of tricky thoughts flashed through. At this moment, in front of the ultra-dimensional computer, Aizen and Uchiha Madara, who were playing the 4-player Battle of Warcraft 3rd, suddenly shuddered. Game channel. Uchiha Madara, what's the situation? I suddenly feel a gust of wind. There is an avalanche in Dalian. You are in the underworld. Of course the wind is blowing. Do you still want to see the sunny sky? Merlin said that it is strange that there is no wind in the underworld. Super old man. No, I sneezed just now, and it happened so coincidentally. It's strange. Uchiha Madara, Aizen, you said that you are Shinigami. Aren't all Shinigami skeletons with scythes, and also catch cold? Super nice guy. Did you guys misunderstand Shinigami? Aizen said, Shinigami equals bone rack holding a sickle. He didn't care what other people thought of his image, but he had to clarify. Super nice guy. Wait, what image do you have in your hearts? Aizen suddenly realized a problem. Netizens felt that he was a skeleton, so what he looked like in their minds, didn't he? Kurama, blue skull. Uchiha Madara, blue skeleton in human skin. There is an avalanche in Dalian, a blue skeleton dressed as a human being in human skin. Aizen, suddenly I felt that it was necessary to show my personal image. Chapter 41 Cell, Kaikasu Jetsu. Ding, the netizen is super old and good person to upload a picture. Just when Chen was thinking about how to recharge Aizen and Uchiha Madara, Aizen uploaded a photo in the internet cafe discussion group. Aizen actually took pictures of himself. Chen was stunned. What happened? Immediately checked the internet cafe information, and finally saw Aizen's conversation in the game channel of Warcraft 3rd. Haha, blue skeleton in human skin. Aizen. Chen couldn't stop laughing, and indeed, he said that Shinigami's first impression was that image point. It's like the Shinigami animation. All of them are handsome men and women in black samurai costumes, and even Hukomundo Arrancar has a lot of handsome men and women point. It simply subverts the traditional image of Shinigami in people's minds. No, Aizen just uploaded the photo, which immediately attracted the attention of countless members. Evil King Zenion. Wow wow wow. Mengxin's photos have exploded. Do you seem to understand the rules, super old man? Mengxin? Aizen was stunned. Is it really appropriate to call him Shinigami, who lived for hundreds of years? But for Ryuha, Aizen is indeed a newcomer, and it takes less than 2 hours to enter the internet cafe. Tony, what are the rules? How come I don't know? Evil King Zenion. Simply put, newcomers come in, either with photos or women's clothes, and red envelopes, golden retriever. Then I may be a fake newbie. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue, but I'm curious, is Aizen really Shinigami? He looks like a dog, super nice guy, like a dog. Aizen's face twitched in a rare way. He saw that this poisonous tongued girl was so powerful. Couldn't she speak better? The poisonous tongue is not my fault. You are Shinigami. You look like a human. Don't you look like a humanoid? And you look as loyal as a loyal dog. Hachiko, not a dog. There is an Avalon in Dalian. This wave of explanations. 666 such a Hamadara. HMPH. It's quite pertinent. Super old man. Everyone, I didn't offend you. Although Aizen doesn't care about the subsection. Don't go too far. Hey, I'll be angry too. Chen. Okay, everyone, since you are interested in Aizen, I will upload a memory video about Aizen for you. After all, Chen uploaded the plot video of Aizen's appearance until Aizen's defeat in the animation of Shinigami Point. After Chen's deliberate adjustment, the value still exceeds 1000 membership points. No way. The time spent by migrant workers is very long. If you upload the whole drama, it is estimated that few people in the internet cafe have enough membership points. Of course, Aizen clicked to watch it without hesitation. He has a lot of membership points and foresees the advantages of the future, which cannot be exchanged for mere membership points. Evil King True Eye. It's so expensive. Liuha originally wanted to see it, but when he saw the price, he retreated. Goddess of Doom, is this the life of a boss? Look down on it. Look down on it. Alice is also incompetent, and her membership points can only be watched for 1/10 of the time. Golden Retriever. Let's wait for dad to read it and ask dad. The poisonous tongue is not my fault. Yes, I can only hug dad's thigh. The strongest dad. Killer la la. Since it's the children's plea, I naturally won't delay. Whitebird has long regarded them as his daughters, and naturally he will not be stingy with membership points. Chen. Master, don't you want to save Ace? Are there enough membership points? The strongest daddy. Just now, Marco sent back news that Ace has been found. Ace is fighting Teach. With Marco's help, Teach is nothing to worry about. Chen nodded. That's right. Marco's strength is very close to Admiral's. Blackbird has no chance of winning, but they may not be able to catch Blackbird. The strongest dad. Kula la la. It's okay, I will get to know him personally. Whitebird was extremely confident because he ate Jiuniuahu 1 and bought 2 in the time and space mall. Whitebird, who increased his strength by 30%, is enough to press Kado to fight, and a Blackbird is insignificant. Laozi is not you. Laozi. Everyone, I found a problem. The world where Aizen lives, the soul society where Shinigami lives, is more like the legendary heaven. Although it cannot live forever, it has a longer lifespan, and has a complete soul reincarnation system. Laozi suddenly found that his world was too low compared to the big guys. There is an Avalon in Dalian. No, I care a little more. How did Aizen die? After all, he is also a captain. Could it be that the traitorous Ichimarujin did it? Kurama, you guys are watching too slowly. Speed up 20 times. It's a conspiracy. Aizen is a supervillain. His Zanpakuto Kaikasujetsu can completely control other people's 5 senses. Even more terrible than Mangekyou Sharingan. Really, it's terrifying to think that he played the entire Soul Society and controlled the entire Hukomundo by himself. Evil King True Eye. What? Supervillain? Uchiha Madara. HMPH. I didn't expect Aizen and I to be the same kind of people, and even better in terms of resourcefulness, i.e. Chen. Your next sentence is not about ingenuity. I would like to call you the strongest. Yi Chen jokingly teased. Uchiha Madara suddenly gasped in his heart, and was a little puzzled. What he wanted to say was said by the other party. Point mainly, Uchiha Madara is very proud and rarely admires others, but he will never be stingy with his own praise to those who admire him. Super old man. Oh, you all know. Then this ID can no longer be used. System prompt. Super good guy changed his name to Aizen. Aizen. Hello everyone. Let me reintroduce. I'm the villain boss Aizen in your mouth. Aizen knew from the moment the memory video appeared that everyone would be vigilant, so it might be better to admit it outright. Point, it's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. I don't know why, but I suddenly panicked. Shizi was frightened for a while. She really made a big death just now. Actually said that Aizen is like a dog. Aizen, you don't have to worry, girl with a poisonous tongue. Let's not say that I don't care about this little thing. Now I don't have the ability to violate the internet cafe and hurt you. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. I'm really thankful for your tolerance. Even so, Shizi was actually a little flustered in her heart. Point. Although she didn't have any members to watch the video, she found that Aizen is definitely the leader among the big bosses, the kind of person with impeccable intelligence, strength, and bearing. This kind of person is really scary. Point. Even if he does nothing, you dare not approach him. Point. Especially Aizen has the ability of Kaikasujutsu. Whoever dares to approach him will be hypnosis accidentally. Point. This ability is really terrifying, and it was inexplicably killed. I don't know what happened. Aizen, actually, you don't need to be too wary of me. I will recharge my Zanpakuto ability later, so the leader will have a way to deal with me. Although I don't need to do this, the leader also has other ways. As soon as Aizen said this, everyone relaxed their vigilance. Point. This can really show that Aizen is harmless, and it even surprised Yi Chen for a while. He didn't expect Aizen to cooperate so much, saving him how many brain cells he didn't know. Point. It's just that Whitebird and the others are very curious. Aizen is so bold that he is willing to sell Kaikasujutsu. Did you deliberately let everyone relax their vigilance and have a bigger plan in their hearts? After all, this is a super boss. At this time, Aizen seemed to have expected everyone to think this way, and said lightly, everyone, Zanpakuto is a special spiritual item of equipment plus soul talent, and I don't need to deprive me of my Zanpakuto to recharge it. It will not weaken it. With my own abilities, I can still get a lot of membership points. In the end, I still learned it. The evil king's true eyes. Is this still possible? The strongest dad. Killer lala. It's true. I sold Conqueror's Haki crystal, and my Haki didn't disappear, but only once. Uchiha Madara, Master Leader, what will happen if my Rinnegan is recharged? Although Uchiha Madara has no plans to sell her eyes, she is curious. Yi Chen, is there any need to ask? Of course I'm blind. Uchiha Madara, asterisk if you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 42 Reiatsu broke out. Shen's how boiled. There is an Avalon in Dalian. I can be blind. Hahaha. It's a standard answer. Uchiha Madara, you shut up. There is an Avalon in Dalian. I won't shut up. What can you do? Expression. Cheap smile. Uchiha Madara, there's a kind of solo. There is an Avalon in Dalian. Okay, the map is up to you. Anyway, your winning rate is not as high as mine. Uchiha Madara, let's see. Uchiha Madara was so angry that he didn't expect to play Warcraft 3rd. He would be inferior to Merlin. Just damn it. Point. In fact, with their inhuman brain and body reaction speed, playing competitive games largely depends on the computing power, mental power, and luck of both parties, and Uchiha Madara's mental calculation power is not as good as Merlin of the Dream Demon blood, so the winning rate is a little worse. Aizen, by the way, who will come to me to play solo with me? Kurama, if I don't play with you, there's no chance of winning. In the scramble just now, Merlin and Aizen had a winning percentage of 46 to 40 because Aizen was more intelligent and had no worse computing power than Merlin, while Kurama's winning percentage was at the bottom. Laozi is not you Laozi, let me do it. Aizen, okay, you start the game first. I'll recharge Zanpakuto first. Although Laozi's technique is a little tricky, he is lucky and a good opponent. Laozi is not you Laozi, no problem. Golden Retriever, why did the topic suddenly return to the game? When it comes to games, Iri can only stare blankly. Point evil king true eye. Damn it, capitalism of evil. Liu who has snorted and vowed to work hard to cultivate chakra. When she has the strength, there must be a way to recharge. Chen, you guys should work hard to irrigate. Maybe the internet cafe will be upgraded to another level, and there will be more ways to earn membership points. Goddess of Doom, okay, listen to you, dear Master Chief, the poisonous tongue is not my fault, yo. There is adultery. Shizi squinted her eyes, always feeling that the Goddess of Doom has that kind of meaning to the leader of the group. Point Golden Retriever, what adultery? Eyeing Lily was very nervous and her face was flushed. Could it be that the leader of the team really has something to do with Yangma? It's not clear. Evil King True Eye, Sister Alice, I think you should restrain yourself. Goddess of Doom, freedom of love, freedom of speech, is this wrong? Evil King True Eye, Liu who really admired this big Yangma sister. The more she said it, the more straightforward she became, and she almost failed to seduce the leader of the team. Chen, cough, Shizi and Eyeing Lily, you should watch the memory video of your own world first. After all, Chen privately sent them the memory video that he promised to Shizi and the others. Why not make it public? Mainly because of their privacy, and the big guys of internet cafe should not be interested in daily fanfic at the moment. Point the poisonous tongue is not my fault. I always feel that the leader of the group is diverting our attention. Compared with Chen's relationship with Alice, Kasumi Shizi suddenly felt that it didn't matter whether she watched the memory video or not. Anyway, she was a loser. Like Eyeing Lily. Point Chen, talk slowly, I still have something to do. Chen is not escaping anything. He and Alice had an agreement. Point as for now, because Aizen recharged Zanpakuto Kaikasujutsu, Chen is going to integrate Kaikasujutsu first. Point and Zanpakuto Kaikasujutsu, there is no doubt in the host exclusive area, in the space-time shop. Zanpakuto Kaikasujutsu, Crystal, one of the strongest Zanpakuto in the illusion department. Shige can control the 5 senses. Contains Aizen part Reiatsu, value 5,000 member points. Note, because Zanpakuto Kaikasujutsu is Aizen's exclusive soul weapon, only host can be perfectly integrated, and will not be sold to the public. A knife is worth 5,000 member points, it's really scary. Chen thought that the value of Kaikasujutsu was only around 20,030,000, but it was as high as 5,000 points. Don't look at the 5,000 member points that are not as good as the 10,000 points that Aizen recharged before. Point before Aizen recharged almost all of Soul Society's kid skills, except for the particularly difficult Kid Forbidden technique. All of them were sold, and Aizen's Zanpakuto is equal to half of the kid system that Soul Society has researched, created, and improved by thousands of 10,000 years. The price is so high, it should be related to Aizen's strong Reiatsu. Chen remembered that when Soul Society Gotei 13 had a decisive battle with the Aizen Corps, Aizen admitted that his frontal combat ability was inferior to that of the captain, because the captain had lived for 1,000 years, and Reiatsu's full release could burn the entire Soul Society. Point but Reiatsu, who was such a powerful captain, was only a little stronger than Aizen, because the captain lived a long time. Aizen's own Reiatsu is undoubtedly extremely powerful. Point. So Aizen's part of Reiatsu doubled the price of the Zanpakuto he recharged. Point but this is also just right. After Chen gets Kaikasujutsu, he can get the powerful Reiatsu immediately, saving countless years of training. Point and Chen's membership points were originally 4,200 points, because Aizen recharged 5,000 points, Chen increased by 20%, or 1,000 points. Just bought this Zanpakuto and there was still a little left. Buy Zanpakuto Kaikasujutsu Crystal. Chen did not hesitate to buy Kaikasujutsu directly. Ding. Deduct 5000 membership points and get Zanpukat Kaikasujetsu Crystal. Perfect fusion. Boom. At the moment when Yi Chen perfectly merged Zanpukat, his own soul instantly completed a transformation. The powerful and substantial spiritual power reopened the window of the internet cafe and spread to the surroundings. Such terrifying spiritual power made the awakened people in the entire Jiangnan city tremble again. Old man, is this? Across from the internet cafe, the middle-aged aunt was half kneeled on the floor by Ryatsu Town. Shocked point the white-haired old man on the reclining chair behind her. The bamboo fan in his hand fell to the ground. His face was no less horrified than hers. What a powerful soul force. It has been substantiated. This kind of soul force is stronger than any powerhouse I have ever seen. The white-haired old man's mood is extremely heavy, and the pressure caused by such a powerful Ryatsu is stronger than the demon god of Ice Hell and the great protector of Kakarot who appeared tonight. And it is the power of the soul level, substantiated soul power. The middle-aged aunt was shocked, as if only the fifth order awakened had such ability. Point legend has it that the king level awakened person does not need to do anything to kill, and a look can make people explode and die. Hey. Fifth order powerhouses appear one after another, and the land of Shenzhou is about to boil. The white-haired old man said bitterly in his heart, I don't know how many days I have left. Asterisk chapter 43 Undercurrents flow. Task reproduction. In the internet cafe, Yi Chen is meditation, digestion sentiment after this break, because he did not know of a breakthrough, but also set off a storm. The storm also led to the outside world has become more unpredictable, unstable situation point. But this Yi Chen, it is a good thing. Let the storm to the more violent it. Call about an hour later, Yi Chen exhaled heavily, through and light with the dust, the heart, calm the mood after finally strength. By leaps and bounds, but also complete control of the power after the break. Observation haki breakthrough. Yi Chen perceive your breath. Found his strong observation haki more than doubled coverage than the whole southern city. Even the adjacent edge of the city can be clearly sensitive to point, and the whole south of the city. Signs of trouble can be concealed. Yi Chen. And even Yi Chen just listen carefully, but also to listen to the mood on the streets of pedestrians. Sure enough, the soul force upgrade. Observation haki also improved. My observation haki has entered the senior level. Yi Chen self-assessment road. Observation haki several realm. The first state, the primary knowledge color, just awakening stage. To strengthen their five senses can perceive the enemy's breath, dodge enemy attacks, can also be perceived field of view outside the line of sight, sound and outside the distance range. The second realm, intermediate color knowledge, and knowledge of primary color differences are not large, but more stable, larger range of perception. But also sense directly to the enemy's strength, such as Luffy saw Fujitora, Dogland say hello Uncle Strong ah. The third realm, advanced color knowledge, sensing the mood, the state of ultimate. You can even see the future of some instability. Point the fourth state, the top color knowledge, can foresee the future, such as the four emperors of Aunt Two Sons Catalibra Chestnut, will be able to see the future stability of 5 seconds. Even the Vice Captain Peace Rayleigh also used the word even, to emphasize the level strong point in the One Piece world. Can foresee the future stability of the strong. Currently recognized only Catalibra Chestnut one person, the rest are unknown. Point the fifth, which is the highest level. Listen to the voice of all things. This realm, somewhat similar to Thorenel's heart network, but broader. Listening to the sound of all things including life and non-life. Point also Enel's heart network is by Thunderfruit plus knowledge to achieve color. Listen to the sound. Knowledge of all things is the color of a gift of nature. Nothing to do with the strength of the individual. Point currently identified people have this talent. Only Roger, Luffy, Kazuki family is also suspected to have such a capability. Foreseeable future. It is estimated Whitebird Heyday did not reach this level. Whitebird knowledge of color should be the top senior level. Yi Chen combines Whitebird crystallization of Conqueror's haki, although a month to fully control this force, but now the color of his knowledge no longer inferior to Whitebird. Point a month later, Yi Chen will definitely surpass Whitebird. Point the integrations and Pakutan days and Ryatsu, and more than bring color, to enhance the benefits of knowledge. Yi Chen armed color, Conquerors correspondingly improved, especially the Conquerors, to enhance the effect is very terror in the battle enough to make people feel hopeless. The final benefit is, and light with the dust, the martial arts realm broke through. Before, Yi Chen only a practicing and light with the dust. The day after tomorrow warrior was a complete realm, although the fighting can Grandmaster Yi Chen hung up to play. But the realm of martial arts really did not break through to the innate. Laozi know if Yi Chen was only a day after the warrior, it is also expected to fall panic bar, but now, Yi Chen martial arts realm, to break through to the innate, has a natural feel and seamless physical fitness improved significantly. How strong the current Yi Chen, even if not Nine Tails chakra, without Conqueror's Haki, do not Zanpakuto, Ryatsu, no artifact Frostmourne, can cope with the senior general awakening, if you struck the first blow, in the case without Kaikusu Jetsu, Frostmourne, Yi Chen is still confident to overcome. Now an increase of 3% of the Whitebird power. If Whitebird return to prime time, Yi Chen Whitebird will not be too easy to win, but he would never lose point. If you spend Kaikusu Jetsu, Frostmourne, Yi Chen Merlin think in addition to the entire internet cafes nobody is his opponent point of course, that does not count several diving friends. Which perhaps is not weaker than the strength of the powerful Merlin point those diving, only later to find ways to let them bubble. And now is in no hurry, woo. Finally there is a wave of capital. Yi Chen now the mood is very relaxed, because he has a real rival fifth order awakening, even inside the crowd point that Junior Yuan polytheism plan before him, will not have the slightest pressure on other parts of the world. The strong convergence, then conspire cloud cover as the rain point the next day, early in the morning, deep South China Island City Blue, brother. You are anxious to contact me. What is urgent is it? A bespectacled, middle-aged suit-bearing refined, just out of cultivation chamber, then slightly stunned, early in the morning of his father's sworn big brother Marlong, will have to play dozens of phone, immediately contact each other. Last night you retreat, so there is no contact you. Now you come out, look at the news of it. On the other end of the phone, there was a plain-looking man wearing a Takai robe. The capable man in his 50s said lightly, "News? Brother, wait a minute." Xioma Krypton hurriedly turned on his mobile phone, and was immediately surprised. His brows furrowed point after a while. Xioma Krypton sighed heavily. There are 3 fifth order awakeners overnight. Is this possible? Huh. I thought it was impossible at first, but no matter how much we doubted it, it's basically a fact. At 4 in the morning, I rushed to Jiangnan City, and through the residual energy aura inside, it can be concluded that the energy of the 3 people is equal. It is a 5th order level, and each one is stronger than the other. Damafulang said solemnly, one is stronger than the other. From the intelligence point of view, it is possible for the first one to hit 100 miles of ice, and some 4th order awakeners can do it, and the second to easily burn 100 miles of ice, and stun the people of the entire city. After reaching the 5th order entry, how can you be sure that the 3rd place is better than the first 2? Pony Krypton remains skeptical. He thinks 3rd is the weakest. You didn't arrive at the scene, and you don't know the details. The first piece of ice that sent out was a breath of death. It felt like the ice of hell. Ordinary flames couldn't melt at all, said Damafulang. Hey, Xioma Krypton took a deep breath. It turned out to be the ice of hell, and it was frozen for 100 miles. Second, Kakarot, the great protector of the superdimensional gods, cough. Yes, he is still the god of destruction. Third, this person burned the death ice prison with one hand. Brother, I can't do it. And Damar's father sighed. And the most important thing is his power. Xioma Krypton added, yeah, his power is a bit terrifying, but his superdimensional god teaching is if you don't accept it, do it. Look down on life and death. If you have a seed, you will come and fuck your mother. This kind of reckless organization, as long as we don't provoke him, it shouldn't cause too much turmoil. Damar's father Longwei said with a little rejoicing point, reckless man, it is always easier to deal with than those who like to play tricks. What about the last one? Why do you say he is better than the second one? Xioma Krypton asked. His soul power can be substantiated. Damar's father said heavily, I can too. Xioma Krypton murmured, his kind of spiritual power covers the whole city. Damar's father long smiled, and he knew that the pony would say so. Cough cough. Zyoma Krypton was embarrassed for a while and muttered in his heart, "Brother, you did it on purpose." After a pause, Zyoma Krypton asked, "What do you mean, eldest brother? You go to Jiangbai City next door first. I'll be there." Damar Fulung said solemnly, "I understand. What big brother means is not to alert the other party. Let's focus our fists first and wait and see what happens." Zyoma Krypton Dragon is also a very skilled person and instantly understood Malaysia's strategy. That's right, the superdimensional divine sect's great protector will reappear in 7 days. When that time comes, let's visit each other again and get a feel for each other's details. Damar's father Long said, "Okay, big brother, I'll meet you in an hour." Zyoma Krypton nodded. "Okay, that's it." After the talk, Malaysia hung up the phone and looked at the clear sky, hoping that this would not be the last dawn in China. At the same time as the operation of the Big Horse, the major forces inside and outside China, including the queens and queens of the Four Kings, sent spies to Jiangnan City. At the same time, there are many dark forces hidden behind the scenes, also quietly eyeing Jiangnan City. Sending messengers, want to find out. The entire Jiangnan City suddenly flowed, and ordinary people did not feel that it had any effect, as long as an awakened person knew that the sky in Jiangnan City was about to collapse. At this moment, Chen, the initiator of this incident, was heartlessly eating, drinking and having fun in the food street, eating delicious food and playing with his mobile phone. "Handsome guy, your phone is very delicate. Is it the latest one?" In a ramen shop in the food street, a young woman of 7 or 8 looks a little scantily dressed and dyed with blonde hair, saw Chen's handsome appearance and special mobile phone, and immediately sat next to him and chatted up. "Oh, Chen nodded lightly. "This phone is of course exquisite. This is the deformation of the superdimensional computer. Hyperdimensional computers can be big or small, can be turned into mobile phones, can be carried around, and are indestructible, and cannot be destroyed. In this way, even if Chen leaves the internet cafe, he can still control the internet cafe, which is very convenient. It's boring." The young woman saw that Chen ignored her and didn't continue to make fun of herself. After returning to her original position, she was laughed at by her girlfriends for a while and said a little indignantly, "This kind of person is single by strength." Single by strength? Chen secretly laughed in his heart. If he really needed it, Alice's ocean horse would have been ridden by him long ago. He is only Chen developing a superdimensional internet cafe now, and he has no time to think about these things. Forget it. When you're full, go back to the internet cafe to play Warcraft. Chen was about to get up, but suddenly frowned. Ding. System prompt. Internet Cafe has released the latest superdimensional task. Do you click to view it? Asterisk chapter 44 UGIO. New task? Chen really didn't expect that the new mission would be refreshed so quickly, less than 2 days before the last mission. Hey, I don't know what the reward for this mission is. Chen thought for a while, then clicked on the text message that popped up on his phone to check the task. Ultra dimensional mission. Kill the duelists hidden in the world of One Piece. The number limit. 3. Reward. 3000 member points. Random card pack X1. Dueler? Chen is familiar with this term. Isn't that the exclusive title in UGIO? Monster Duel. Could it be that there are people from the UGIO world who have traveled to the world of One Piece? The reward is 3000 member points, and the number of people is limited to 3. The difficulty has increased a lot compared to the last time. Chen frowned secretly. He felt that the task this time would not be easy. To know that the last mission was so easy, it was entirely because the Traveler Iron did not develop and only summoned a Frost Dragon. A Frost Dragon, Chen can turn into scum in seconds with a Tail Beast Bomb. If the opponent summons more than 10 Frost Dragons, then Chen will be a little tricky. If there were 100 Frost Dragons, Kurama himself would come and feel the chills. 100 frost giants attacked with all their strength, and their dragon breath could instantly freeze a town. If it is 1000 frost dragons, then Kurama will also become an ice sculpture. There is no suspense. This is the horror of the violence. Relying on crowd tactics will make you sick to death. Among the monsters summoned by UGIO's duel cards, There are many stronger than the Frost Dragon point. If the number is large enough, it may be more terrifying than the flow of soldiers therefore. For this mission, Chen decided to bring the most elite members of the internet cafe, go back and ask Whitebird if he has any clues. Knowing oneself and knowing the enemy, 100 battles are safe. Although Chen decided to bring the strongest member, he still asked Whitebird first if there was anything unusual recently. After thinking about it, Chen walked to the door. Guest, you haven't paid the bill yet. At this time, a cute girl working in a ramen shop reminded softly. Chen was stunned for a while, then he touched his pocket, only to remember that he had no savings. He rolled his eyes and joked, "Oh, I don't have money. I'm not interested in money." The cute girl's face froze, and the whole person was stunned. And Chen's words immediately attracted the attention of countless customers of the ramen shop, including the young girl who wanted to strike up a conversation with Chen before. All of them were very curious about what Chen wanted to do. Guest, it's not good for you to be like this, the cute girl said weakly. I didn't expect to encounter someone who ate Boang's meal on the first day of work. How to deal with this situation? If it was easy to handle 18 years ago, at most the police would be called. But now, some people really don't have to pay for food, such as some underground gangs supported by the Awakened. Don't worry, I won't default. Someone will pay for me. Having said that, Chen glanced at the two girls in the ramen shop who were eating noodles with their heads down, smiled faintly, and then disappeared into the ramen shop with a body flicker technique. Awakened, the cute girl was stunned, and the guests around her suddenly stunned. No wonder she didn't pay for food. She turned out to be an Awakener, and her speed was so fast. He seems to have found us today. Oni-san, who changed into a black dress and red, hesitated. Nonsense, his speed is faster than me, and his strength may be stronger than us. Can you not find us? Shia said, yeah, no, isn't his attribute nihilistic, so he can't cultivate? The red-clothed Oni-san said in surprise, who said that the void attribute cannot be cultivated. It was just that he was not awakened in the past. Shia secretly said in her heart, Chen has a despairing name in future generations. Not a little white face who only eats soft rice. But something is wrong. Historically, Chen was a late bloomer. Why did he control the power of the void attribute now? Is it because of the superdimensional religion? What a mess. Shia felt that history books were indeed the most unreliable. Then he has become stronger. What about our mission? Oni-san and Red felt that Chen was no longer something they could monitor. What can I do? The Empress gave a death order. Before she arrives, look after him for 24 hours. Even if you eat the northwest wind outside, you have to guard him. Shia said bitterly, okay. Red Oni-san nodded. By the way, did you bring any money? Shia asked suddenly, how can there be an awakened person taking money on the street? The red-clothed Oni-san shook his head. Oh, trouble. Shia had no choice but to stand up, take out the tier 3 badge certified by the Awakened Guild, glance at the shop owner, and tell Chen what happened just now. The other party immediately said that he didn't want any money. At this time, Chen didn't go far, just on the roof of the ramen shop. Sure enough, they have no ill will towards me. Chen deliberately exposed the tip of the iceberg just now. That is, the reaction between Shia and Oni-san in Red Point. When he went out this morning, he knew that the two women were following him again. After experiencing the series of changes last night, they were still staring at Chen, and it was obvious that their mission goal had always been Chen. Chen's perception is that they have no ill will towards them, but the Empress behind them doesn't know it. If he revealed a certain strength, the two women and the queen behind him would definitely suspect that he was related to the superdimensional religion, because the time and place were too coincidental. If the Empress had no malice towards herself, she would definitely not reveal this, but would keep it a secret for him. If the Empress has ulterior motives for herself, she will definitely spread it out, let others test Chen, or send someone to test herself. At present, judging from their emotions, they are only surprised that Chen's strength has become stronger from beginning to end. This point cannot be concealed from Chen's observation Haki. In that case, the plan doesn't need to be changed. As for the Empress, will she come to Jiangnan City in person? It's interesting Chen also wanted to see the real face of the Empress Ting. Suddenly, a beep came from the phone. Is the leader there? Chen saw that it turned out to be a private chat window sent by Whitebird, and he was just about to go back to find Whitebird. Is something wrong? Chen asked. Master Captain, the Phoenix was defeated, and Ace was captured alive. Whitebird quickly keyed. The Phoenix actually lost. Chen narrowed his eyes immediately. It seemed that this mission was really not easy. Chapter 45 to cute newbies. I don't know how to pump the water god of wisdom. What did Blackbird do? Chen wanted to confirm and asked. Yes, when Marco came back and told me, he passed out, which was beyond my expectations. Whitebird was also suspicious in front of the computer. He really didn't expect that the combination of Phoenix plus Ace would fail miserably. The two teamed up to face the weaker Marine Admiral, such as Zephyr's broken arm admiral, and the odds of winning were still there. Even if you are beaten, you can retreat. But he was beaten to death by Blackbird. One was seriously injured, and the other was captured alive. Blackbird can't have that kind of strength. Even if he hides deeply, it's impossible. Chen said firmly. Blackbird hurt his red hair back then, but that was more than 10 years ago. The red hair back then was no different from Luffy, who just entered New World Point for more than 10 years. Blackbird had been lurking on the Whitebird ship in order not to attract attention. Even if he practiced secretly every night, his time was limited, and his strength would not improve much. In addition to dark fruit such as Blackbird, there was no chance to develop devil fruit for more than 10 years, and this period of time was almost abandoned. After Blackbird got dark fruit, his physical skills dropped significantly, and his physical skills were not as good as Vice Admiral's. In the undersea prison, Blackbird was punched to the death by Luffy. Luffy didn't even have the strength of Vice Admiral at that time. Although dark fruit has restrained ability, Blackbird has only obtained the fruit for 2 days, and he is definitely not skilled in using it. It can only be aimed at one person. If you restrain Ace, you will not be able to stop the Phoenix, and if you restrain the Phoenix, you will be beaten by Ace. Blackbird's defeat of Phoenix plus Ace revealed a lot of doubts inside and out. Could it be that there's something wrong with this Blackbird? Chen remembered the Superdimensional mission, and suddenly felt that this Blackbird might not be the original Blackbird. After thinking about it, Chen said, wait for the undead bird to wake up. Ask him what's going on. I'll go back to the internet cafe first. Okay, Captain. Whitebird nodded. In fact, he also felt that there was something wrong with this Blackbird, but everything has to wait for the undead bird to wake up to know the details. Together with the light body flicker technique. Combining the characteristics of with the light and the dust plus the outbreak of the body flicker technique, Chen rushed back to his internet cafe like a light. Hey, a golden light flashed just now. The white-haired old man in the canteen opposite the internet cafe frowned secretly. Old man, isn't this normal? I don't even know which batch of masters it is today. They wandered around the internet cafe. The middle-aged aunt disagreed. Because of the series of major events last night, I don't know how many masters there are in Jiangnan City today. The mid-level awakened who can usually run rampant on one side don't dare to take to the streets now. Well, maybe. The white-haired old man shook his fan, but in his heart he felt that the light was a little familiar. Hey, there are 2 more cute newcomers to the internet cafe. Before Chen went out this morning, there were still 18 members of the internet cafe, and there were already 20 members. When they came back, I don't know how to draw a very low key, and I don't speak, and one of the new men is still very active, almost mingling with Zarshizi, eyeing Lily, and Liuhua. Wisdom water god, evil king sauce, defeated dog sauce, I like you so much. Join my sect, this god will shine on you, and you will be blessed by God, the evil king's true eye. No, I'm the successor of the evil king's true eye, wisdom water god. What is the true eye of the evil king? How come I have never heard of this demon king in the heaven? The evil king's true eye. It's the evil king, not the demon king. Wisdom water god. Is there a difference? Expression, stupid, golden retriever. I think it's a big difference. Eyeing Lily felt that her IQ was not high until she met the goddess of wisdom in front of her. I don't know why, but I suddenly felt a little bit of pride in my heart. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. I may have met a fake goddess of wisdom. Shizzy is even more questioning. Wisdom water god. Good water. Wisdom water god. What? I'm the goddess of water who is famous in the heavens. I don't know how many goddesses want to be my subordinates. Evil King True Eye. Really? Liu Hajiang said. Don't think I'm a middle schooler. It's easy to cheat. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. I have a problem. Wisdom water god. Tell me, this goddess, who symbolizes wisdom and peace, will answer for you. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. Are all goddesses in the heavens blind? Wisdom water god. The new goddess Mengxin suddenly felt that she seemed to be despised by others. Yi Chen, goddess of water, mentally retarded wise. Are you Aqua, wisdom water god? Hey, how do you know the name of this goddess? Yi Chen, of course I know. Yi Chen thought, because among the goddesses I know, there is really no second one with an IQ as high as yours. I just didn't get it. As soon as Yi Chen pulled out the Superdimensional sect, Aqua joined the Superdimension Internet Cafe. You can take Aqua to preach at that time. Golden Retriever. It turns out that the goddess is called Aqua. Isn't Aqua just water? Really a good name by nature. Wisdom water god. Yes, many people say that. Golden Retriever source. Wisdom water god. No, the person above hasn't answered my question yet. Evil King True Eye. Akuya-chan. The one above is the leader of the group. Wisdom water god. Master Chief. You finally appeared. Damn it, you big black businessman. Yi Chen, I'm a black businessman. Wisdom water god. I recharged and downloaded that Warcraft. What are you fighting for? It's too difficult. It wasn't played by people at all. I've been abused 99 times. You big black businessman. You're just cheating. Yi Chen, no. What mode and difficulty are you playing? Wisdom water god. Human machine. Get started. Yi Chen, golden retriever. Evil King True Eye. Poisonous tongue is not my fault. Wisdom water god. What? Why do they all issue ellipses? Yi Chen, kid, this game is not for you. Yi Chen really admires it. Although the difficulty of getting started in Warcraft is higher than other games, it is not as easy as LoL and King Pesticide, but even the entry-level man machine can't beat it, so she really can't play this game. Wisdom water god. Then what game is right for me? Yi Chen, you should still play Maple Story and Super Mario. Wisdom water god. What is Adventure Island and Super Mario? Yi Chen, you haven't played this before. Yi Chen was thinking in the bottom of his heart, is he going to add Tetris and Lion Leonkin to the internet cafe? Otherwise, what game can satisfy Aqua's needs? Golden Retriever, Master Chief, there are a few games in the internet cafe, and only local tyrants can play. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. Yes, the leader of the group. Please take care of the poor, weak and helpless netizens like Eyeing Lily, Golden Retriever. Who is pitiful for the weak helpless. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. Isn't the disastrous young tamer pitiful, weak, or helpless? Golden Retriever, Yi Chen. Okay, I've been thinking about your questions. There are not many games in internet cafes. Don't worry, I will make a game that is simpler than Warcraft and everyone can play. The most ideal game in Yi Chen's mind is LoL, which is League of Legends. This is also the most common game of internet cafes. After all, internet cafes sit in a row 4-5 consecutive times and have never won. In fact, the King Pesticide is less difficult and more convenient to carry, but that is a mobile game, and it will be released later. But even if Yi Chen came up with LoL, he couldn't get it by the internet cafe lottery at present. Then there is only one way. Develop it yourself. Recruit a group of talents in the main world to develop this game, and then promote it to build a game empire. And Yi Chen also needs money now, otherwise it would be somewhat inconvenient to walk in the main world, and he didn't want to eat Overlord's meal every day. Now that you have the power, you will naturally have to live a life that you are satisfied with. For example, Tony Stark, the guy, went out to dinner, found a good restaurant, and bought it directly. Although Yi Chen won't be so high profile and extravagant, he doesn't want to be despised. It's just that I have to finish the superdimensional mission of the One Piece world first. Evil Kings and Iron. Really looking forward to it. Yi Chen, let's look forward to it. By the way, what about Aizen, Merlin, and Uchiha Madara? This time the mission is limited to 3 people, so Yi Chen wanted to choose 2 out of the 3 of them. Evil Kings and Iron. Don't mention it, since they downloaded the game. They have been addicted to the game, and cannot extricate themselves. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. Yeah, each of them is hundreds of years old, and still looks like a teenager who is addicted to the internet. The strongest dad. Kula. Fortunately, I'm just a 70-year-old internet addict, and I'm still a long way from being a few hundred years old. Evil Kings and Iron. Dad has appeared. How is your son? The strongest dad. Marco just woke up, but things are not going well. Chapter 46 Dark Fruit plus Black Dragon plus Black Magic. Evil King True Eye. Is something bad? Dad, I watched Summit War. The Phoenix and the 3 Admiral fought back and forth. Is Blackbird really that powerful? The memory video uploaded by Yi Chen was adjusted according to the original comics. In the comics, in addition to being punched and flying by Garp, the 3 Admiral vs Phoenix, in a one-on-one situation, the Phoenix did not retreat half a step. There is no scene where Akainu is knocked out. It's just that the Phoenix's attack power is insufficient, and it can't deal enough damage to Admiral, which is the only shortcoming of the Phoenix. So Liu Hua felt that if Blackbird was stronger than Phoenix, at least it was Admiral level. Yi Chen, do you know how the Phoenix was defeated? The strongest dad. I said, at the beginning, he and Ace fought against Blackbird, but I didn't expect Blackbird to keep a hand. Yi Chen, leave a hand. The strongest dad. Yes, when Blackbird was about to lose the battle, he suddenly took out a card and summoned a black dragon with red eyes. The black dragon was very strong. It will crack. The magma is looming, and the black flame bullet it erupts seems to come from the fire lotus flame of hell. The temperature is higher than the magma. Ace is careless and was hit by the black flame bullet and lost his combat effectiveness. Yi Chen, red eyes, black flame bullets, dark prison flames. Could it be a real red-eyed black dragon? Yi Chen clearly remembers the description of the black dragon with true red eyes. The dragon with true red eyes and its angry dark flames will burn all serious things. The cub's nest of the red-eyed black dragon is in the crater. The dark prison flame is its racial talent, and as a dragon, it is born with powerful strength and armor, and the black dragon family is also called the magic dragon family, and the magic resistance is not low. Dragon's breath is a mixed attack of magic plus physical. The red-eyed black dragon summoned in Yu-Gi-Oh's animation is just a projection, far from its real strength. Daddy strongest. Yes, Marco said, that's what Blackbird called the black dragon. Yi Chen, if it is a true red-eyed black dragon, it is tantamount to the ability of an phantom species of devil fruit, plus the ability to restrain Ace. It is normal to kill Ace in seconds, but the Phoenix just watched Ace be captured alive. He should be able to take Ace to escape. Yes, the strongest dad. If it was just the black dragon plus Blackbird, Marco was sure to leave with Ace, but after Blackbird defeated Ace, he suddenly had another whole card and transformed into a black mage. Clothes, holding a cane, sucked Marco with dark fruit, and then released an extremely terrifying dark energy bullet. The strongest dad. If it wasn't for Marco's tenacious willpower, pretending to be dazed, kicking Blackbird away, while Blackbird was laughing proudly, he probably wouldn't have escaped, and Marco's fruit ability was blocked by a dark energy. It's eroding, and it hasn't fully recovered yet. Yi Chen, dark fruit plus true red-eyed black dragon plus black mage. This Blackbird is invincible. Control, output, and support are all there. With such a combination, even if Whitebird hunted and killed Blackbird himself at that time, I'm afraid it would not be beneficial. The strongest dad. Lord Leader, Ace has been captured. It seems that Summit War is destined to break out, but I don't have many member points anymore. Whitebird was embarrassed. The strongest man in the world couldn't get a few thousand membership points. Devil fruit is the treasure of the sea. It is not so easy to find. Many people will not exchange it for money after finding it, but eat it directly. Evil King True Eye. Father, it's all our fault. Chen, it's okay, there just happens to be a quest related to Blackbird. I can take 2 people to your world for free. The strongest dad. Thank you, Mr. Leader. Tony, free. I'm going. Tony had been diving for so long, and finally saw the opportunity to bubble up. Chen, what are you going to do? To give away people's heads? Tony, damn it. One day, I will research the shock armor, the tail beast armor, the magnetic armor, the Shinigami armor. After speaking, Tony, whose self-esteem was greatly affected, went offline and silently struck iron in a small cave to build his first steel armor. Magneto, Master Chief, can you bring me one? Magneto also wants to go to the world of One Piece. But he is also poor. Chen, the strength of Mr. Magneto can be considered, but we have to see if other members are interested. At ALL members, gentlemen, we need war. In an instant, the members of the internet cafe who were playing games were all bubbling. Kurama, Master Chief, what happened to the war? There is an Avalon in Dalian. I'm still playing games, and I'm about to blow Laozi. Uchiha Madara, backquote, damn it, almost win Aizen. Aizen, really, why don't I think so? Laozi is not you. Laozi, war, it seems that thing happened. Passionate like fire, soft like water. Hey, there's a war going on. Goose is an assassin. Goose's feelings. War, do you want to hire me? My price is very cheap, only 1 million in cash. Saint Zeuge, war goddess of doom. Unfortunately, my strength is not enough. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. I didn't expect that all the people I didn't see often would appear all at once. As expected of the leader of the group, I responded with 100 calls. Chen, okay, be quiet. As soon as Chen said these words, the entire Superdimension internet cafe became quiet. Chen, this time, the superdimensional task is limited to 3 people. In addition to me, there are 2 more places. If you are interested in signing up, the task reward is 1000 member points plus random card packs. If you sign up for more than 2 people, you will get Strength Speaks, of course. You can also use 1000 member points to buy tickets. Enthusiasm like fire, soft like water. There are only 2 places. It seems that it has nothing to do with me. Laozi is not you. Laozi, I'd better buy tickets. Laozi estimates that it is a bit difficult for his strength to win those 2 places. Uchiha Madara, I want a place. Magneto, you are so rich, why don't you buy tickets and come to grab a spot? Uchiha Madara, I want that pack bonus. Aizen, really, I think the same way. There is an Avalon in Dalian. Sorry, Magneto, so do I. Magneto, you evil capitalists. Magneto was very depressed. He didn't necessarily compete with these 3 people. The most damn it was that these 3 people could afford the tickets, but they insisted on robbing him. Chen, just 4 people to sign up. Kurama, I want to sign up too, but I think it's better to buy tickets. Kurama knows how much he weighs and how much he can deal with cage level. In the face of Uchiha Madara, Aizen, and Merlin who are good at illusion, he has no ability to resist point in the case of Magneto. Unless Magneto is careless and gets hit by Tail Beast Bomb, he will most likely not be able to beat him. Chen nodded. Well, I understand. In the final analysis, it is still a matter of strength. Without the strength of a boss, it is useless to register. I don't know how to draw. I also want to sign up. I think the leader of the group will need me. Chen, oh, is this cute news so confident? Asterisk chapter 47 The Unremarkable Muto Game. I won't pump out. I still have a little bit of self-confidence. Magneto, which world's boss are you? Magneto's tone is not good. Even Uchiha Madara, Aizen, Merlin, even a newcomer dares to snatch him, because he is too low-key in the internet cafe. Everyone has forgotten his horror of Magneto. However, Magneto really has no sense of existence in internet cafes, and no one is in awe of him. Because he is too poor, I don't know how to pump. I'm just an ordinary person. Magneto, ordinary people. Haha, young boy, you probably don't know how to fire a gun. Go back to being a carpenter. War is not for you. Magneto really wants to laugh, and ordinary people also want to rob him and daydream. Aizen, I don't think he is an ordinary person. Even if he is an ordinary person, he thinks that he can help the leader of the group. That must have his strengths. There is an Avalon Indalion. I think so too. Chen. Okay, Mengxin, tell me your abilities. I don't know how to draw. Is it my ability? I can only play games. Magneto. PFFT. Playing games. What kind of ability is this? Chen. Be quiet. Continue talking. Chen vaguely guessed the identity of I don't know how to draw. I don't know how to draw. I'm playing a dark game. In a dark game, I can summon real cards like true red-eyed black dragon. If I win, I can also punish the loser, such as it is also possible to smash the opponent's heart to such an extent. Golden Retriever, this big boss, are you sure you are an ordinary person? The poisonous tongue is not your fault. Have you misunderstood ordinary people? Enthusiasm like fire, soft like water. Now the big guy is so good at playing. How can Mengxin live? I don't know how to draw. I'm really just an ordinary person who has a 1000-year-old artifact and can play games. Because I'm familiar with games and all the abilities of cards, I dare to sign up. Chen. Okay, you've been accepted. The character of Muta Games. Chen is now sure that I will not be the protagonist of the first generation UGIO, the nameless pharaoh in the Muta game. I don't know how to pump. Thank you, Mr. Leader. The personality in the Muta game was taken aback. He didn't expect Chen to know his name. It was true that he was an inner personality hidden in the body. He entered the Superdimensional Internet Cafe without knowing his outer personality point, but thinking of the mystery here, he also felt nothing strange. Magneto. Damn it, one more spot is missing. Aizen, that's the intelligence advantage. Aizen thought the biggest advantage of the leader of the Superdimensional Internet Cafe is that he is familiar with the fate of everyone. Chen. For the remaining one, the four of you will draw lots. Magneto. Such a lottery. Chen. Just send a red envelope. The four of you will grab it. Whoever is the lucking will get this spot. There is an Avalon Indalion. Good idea. I like it. After that, Merlin sent a red envelope with 100 member points. Click to get it. Magneto. Aizen. Archer Hamadara all clicked the red envelope immediately. Result. Dalian has an Avalon. 40 membership points. Aizen. 30 membership points. Archer Hamadara. 20 membership points. Magneto. 10 membership points. There is an Avalon Indalion. I'm sorry, my luck is better. Aizen, as expected. Archer Hamadara, you know what, Aizen, I once studied the Tao estate trigram sold by Laozi, and I'm very interested in the luck in it, and Merlin is a high dimensional life like a demon, and the luck of gods and demons is higher than that of mortals. Some, evil king true eye, 666, the boss is erudite. Archer Hamadara, you're boring enough. Laozi is not you Laozi, no, that cheat book, I only recharged it last night. You were playing games with us last night. How did you study it? Even if you are using Ishin, you don't have time to read books. Aizen, why use two hands when you can do things with one hand? Don't you play games with one hand? Laozi is not you Laozi, there is an Avalon Indalion. Kurama, the three of them had a monologue in their hearts. Aizen, why are you pretending to be so skilled? Did you practice in private? However, Chen is not surprised. In the Shinigami world, Aizen can be said to be the most powerful person. No matter speaking, fighting, or posing, he is the best choice. For Aizen, it has already formed an instinct. There is no need to pretend. It is a kind of talent they can't understand. Archer Hamadara, damn, Aizen, I'm not finished with you, and you only use one hand to solo with me. You are looking down on me Archer Hamadara. At this time, Archer Hamadara was very angry, and the consequences were serious. Aizen, then I'll play with you next time with both hands. Aizen pushed his glasses and smiled slightly. Archer Hamadara, no, next time I will play with you with 2 fingers. Aizen, 2 fingers, so I'm afraid you will be tortured to cry. The evil king's true eyes. The boss is willful. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. It's just right for a child to be temperamental. Archer Hamadara, Whoever is a child can be your grandpa at my age. The poisonous tongue is not my fault. If you compare your age, there are many people here who can be your grandfathers. Uchiha Madara, the strongest daddy, killer lala, at UCHIHA Madara, we are just juniors here. Yi Chen, okay, the quest candidates have been determined. I think that mysterious Blackbird will definitely try his best to execute Ace in advance. 2 days later, we will travel to the world of One Piece together. The strongest dad, thank you, leader. 2 days of preparation, just to take some time, to meet the wind for you. Since learning that Ace has been captured, Whitebird immediately sent someone to rule the 43 pirate groups under his command, preparing to fight the Summit War. Whitebird believed that the hidden Blackbird would definitely come to naval headquarters for the first time, and tell the story of Ace. Naval headquarters must be assembled for up to 3 days, Marine Division must be assembled in up to 5 days, and Shichibukai will not exceed 7 days. So Whitebird predicted that the war should be in 5 days at the earliest. Magneto, alas, this time I can't come to the world of that big pirate. At this time, Magneto was very unwilling in his heart, but he lost the lottery and was really powerless. Yi Chen, Magneto, it's actually not difficult for you to get tickets. Go and help me get the Cosmos Cube, recharge the Cosmos Cube, and you will definitely become the richest man in internet cafes. Otherwise, you can also sell blood, your brothers. There are so many mutants, their bloodline power will not lose to the bloodline limit of Hokage ninjas. A single copy may not be worth much, but the quantity is definitely enough for your ticket money. Magneto, yeah, why didn't I think of it? Thank you, Captain. Magneto was immediately fortunate, and the leader of the team showed him a famous waypoint. However, listening to this, Yi Chen really didn't know how to say Magneto point, to be honest. Although Magneto is powerful, his life experience is too bitter. In addition to being a civilian, his resourcefulness is only acceptable, but his vision pattern is really not high point. In addition, his parents died when he was a child. After awakening his supernatural powers, he was excluded from society and harmed by humans. His wife left him. Because of fear, his wife and son were separated all his life. He was lonely, and he had few children who would end well. The only good friend, Professor X, who had confirmed "love at first sight" in his eyes, also became a lame man. When he was young, he was accused of assassinating the president, and was forced to go to prison. The one who took revenge on the society, but never succeeded, was a lonely star and a general who was always defeated. Life can be summed up in one word: sad reminder. Now for the sake of 5 buckets of rice, membership points, I have to go on the road of selling blood, and I'm very fortunate to thank him. Yi Chen is the biggest beneficiary of his blood selling. Yi Chen, if you have no problem, just go back and prepare. Wisdom Water God. Wait, I still have a problem. Asterisk chapter 48 Divine Power Crystal, Dimensional Expedition. Yi Chen, Aquia, what's the problem with you? Seeing that Aqua actually asked, Yi Chen couldn't help but chuckle. He felt that Aqua's IQ should not be able to think of any problems. Wisdom Water God, can you do the task quoted just now? I was not there just now. It's not fair. Aqua pouted as she sat on the goddess seat in the heavenly realm, very upset. Her duty is to guide the teenage otaku in District 11 to complete their reincarnation. Just now, she showed a magic sword to a short-lived otaku, Yijian Xiangai, and asked him to be reincarnated in the Otherworld as a hero to defeat the devil. When she finished her work, she came back to the internet cafe to take a look, and she felt that she was wrong. Yi Chen, who can blame you for missing the registration time yourself? Wisdom Water God. Voice, no, don't. Aqua made a delicate voice. The voice of the goddess, like the sound of nature, sounds crispy, but Yi Chen refused righteously. Yi Chen, it's useless to act like a spoiled child. Wisdom Water God. HMPH, the big deal is that I will use the holy sword in exchange. Who is willing to sell this quota to me? The golden retriever. The goddess is the goddess, and the first shot is the holy sword, the magic sword. Goddess of Doom, I'm going to change my ID. System prompt. Goddess of Doom changed her name. Alice. Alice, it really doesn't deserve the title of a goddess. Goddess of wisdom. He. You don't have to be so polite. Aqua is proud and enjoys the praise of others. After all, her praise rate in the heaven is the bottom of many goddesses, which is really low point I don't know how to draw. Unfortunately, although the holy sword and the magic sword are good, I'm more interested in crossing otherworlds. If you miss this mission, Muto Games will not have so many member points to travel through another world. Point there is an Avalon in Dalian. Unfortunately, I'm more interested in card packs. Merlin has Saber's future golden holy sword in his hand. How could he care about other people's holy swords? Wisdom water god. What? If you agree, I can let you join my Axis sect, or be the Pope. Yi Chen. Cough, cough. Let's forget about your sect. Yi Chen almost choked on hearing this. Aqua is the mentally retarded goddess. Can people who believe in her be normal? I don't know how to draw. Sorry, lady goddess. I have no interest in being the Pope. There is an Avalon in Dalian. If I want to be, I can be the national teacher of any country. And my status will not be as high as the Pope. Wisdom water god. How can this happen? Yi Chen. Be good. Don't make trouble. Buy tickets quietly. Expression rubbing head. Wisdom water god. Okay. Expression monods. Evil king true eye. Why does goddess Aqua cooperate so well with the leader? Liu He suddenly realized that the tacit understanding between the two was too good. Point Alice, eyeing Lily, and Zaya Shizi all frowned. Point wisdom water god. Yes, why should I listen to you? Yi Chen, why do you think so much? Just listen to me. When the time comes, we will go to the summit war together, and then you will be the main force. Wisdom water god. Really, am I the main force? Expression hee hee smile. Aqua was too lazy to worry about the question raised by Liu He. Point evil king true eye. Liu He suddenly felt that she was thinking too much before. This is not a tacit understanding, it is just a lack of brains. Zaya Shizi looked at the computer, crying and laughing for a while. This goddess is so coaxing. And after the little episode caused by Aqua, Yi Chen stopped paying attention to the discussion. Group point instead. Look at the space-time store and your own membership points. Current member points 1000. Originally, Yi Chen only had 200 points left because Aqua charged 4000 membership points and only gained 600 points, and because of Aqua's top up, Yi Chen store has 3 more items. Magic crystal. Crystal of divine power, water attribute, contains Aqua's 10 years of divine power, and after fusion, she will obtain part of the divine nature of the water god and 10 years of divine power, worth 1000 member points. Recommend. Resurrection. After purchase, you can revive a creature with a healthy corpse and a recent death, but only once. Value. 2000 membership points. Note, this skill, under Aqua's goddess privilege, can be used infinitely, and can be resurrected only with the target's skeleton. Affinity of water. Innate skill. Get 100 affinity of water attribute. Can breathe underwater, and control the water source naturally. Value. 1000 membership points. 3 items are top quality products. Aqua is indeed a goddess of the heavens, and she is really a little rich woman. Yi Chen couldn't help but sigh with emotion. Although his strength is strong, his background is not comparable to that of the goddess of the heaven. Choose one of the 3 items. Yi Chen secretly said in his heart. Going to One Piece world to participate in the summit war. Although the current combat power is enough to deal with all situations, Yi Chen still wants to strengthen his strength. The lion fights the rabbit with all his strength. Not to mention Yi Chen, according to the location of summit war, choosing affinity of water is the best point. But crystal of divine power has the word recommended. Forget it, just choose it. Yi Chen pondered silently in his heart, clicked to buy the product, and merged. The deep sea blue light inside the internet cafe continued to shine, and Yi Chen was enveloped by divine power, forming a cocoon of light. While Yi Chen integrated and digested this newly acquired power inside. Time passed unknowingly, and by the time Yi Chen came out of the light cocoon, 40 hours had passed. Click. Finally, after 40 hours of digestion, the light cocoon shattered. Yi Chen broke out of the womb, his strength increased, and his temperament also gained a sublimation, and he looked a bit like the sea god Tang-san. It's a bit late to digest here. Yi Chen murmured. Nearly 2 days have passed at once. Even if the divine power is perfectly integrated, it is not easy to digest. But the benefits it brings are not what chakra crystals and Reiatsu can give. It's time to go. Chen clenched his fists, believing that his current strength will give the enemy a surprise, and then he informed the members of the internet cafe who were ready to fight to set off. The participating members of the Superdimensional Internet Cafe, Merlin, Muto Games, Aizen, Archer Hamadara, Aqua, Laozi, Kurama, and Magneto, who returned from selling blood, have been waiting for a long time and are ready to go. The first superdimensional expedition is about to begin. Asterisk, if you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 49, Shameless Whitebird, Pretending Bosses. One Piece World, the second half of the Grand Line, New World, the territory of the Four Emperors. Whitebird, Dad, do we really have reinforcement? On a Moby Dick docked on the shore, Phoenix was bandaged and very nervous. If he hadn't lost to Teach, he would have no doubts about his father and his team point, but Teach is too strong now, plus Naval Headquarters plus Shichibuke, the final battle in 5 days. Their chances of winning are very low. Kola la la, Marco, don't worry, Ace will definitely be rescued. Whitebird gave a sunny smile, a smile full of confidence. Dad's momentum is stronger. Marco wasn't afraid of death, he just didn't want to sacrifice in vain. Seeing that Whitebird was so confident and his aura became stronger, he felt relieved. However, Whitebird's confidence comes not from himself, but from others. However, even without reinforcement, Whitebird put in a lot of effort for this war. He ate 9 bulls and 2 tiger's pills, increasing his strength by 30%. Now Whitebird's strength is enough to crush Kato, the first position in a heads-up match, has long since quietly defied the master. Moreover, Whitebird also bought a few bottles of spirit coffee, energy soda, recovering energy, stamina, injuries, and when he is on the battlefield, he can maintain 100% energy and stamina. There will never be a situation in which the summit war in the memory video is stabbed by a vortex spider and broken by a small soldier. As for that little guy Akainu, Whitebird is now confident that he can hang him up and punch him, and if he is willing to pay a certain price, he can put Akainu in the dog hole with 2 punches. Although eating Akainu's attack will hurt, but Whitebird has energy soda to replenish blood. What a big deal. Well, Marines can never imagine how terrifying and shameless a Whitebird is with HP and MP on the battlefield. This tactic is simply shameless, but Whitebird was originally a pirate. Marine conspired against him. Blackbird betrayed and plotted against him. Does he still want to fight with Marine and the others in a fair fight? Just kidding. Just to rescue Ace. He won't be so stupid. Duel with Marine plus Shichibuke. If I Whitebird shameless, I'm afraid of myself. Whitebird snorted inwardly. Of course, I learned this sentence while chatting in an internet cafe, and Whitebird really couldn't say such a thing before. Dad, look. What is that? Suddenly, Foilbuster, the captain of the 5th team who was in charge of guarding on the ship, found a void wormhole that was suddenly twisted on the deck. Killer la la, reinforcement are here. Whitebird waved his hand, indicating that it was not the enemy point. Sure enough, the void ripples opened, and the 3 figures inside came out. First point, the figure in the middle is a young man of 17 or 18 years old, with a magic sword on his waist, with a faint smile, handsome and extraordinary, with a faint aura of a god on his body. The one on the left is a magician in his 20s, holding a wand, a magician with silver hair and white robe, with flowers falling all the time. On the right is a 15 or 16-year-old boy with a plain appearance and a short height, who is wearing an inverted pyramid-shaped building block pendant. These 3 are reinforcement. They are too young. Marco smacked his mouth and looked at Foilbuster, feeling unreliable. Young. Kula la la. Let's not talk about the leader. The old man's age is not even a fraction of this Merlin's great sage. Whitebird introduced the sons with a smile. Hey Marco, Foilbuster and the others gasped for a moment. Dad's age is not even a fraction of that of the silver-haired magician. What a joke. Could it be someone with the ability to eat the fruit of life? At this time, Whitebird ignored the shock of his sons and thanked Chen respectfully. Thank you, Captain, for your help. Seeing that the old man was so respectful to a young man, Marco, Foil and the others were shocked again. What's the situation? You're welcome, old man. We are all a family. Chen waved his hand and said, "Kola la la." The leader of the group said that the children are preparing wine. We will not return tonight if we are not drunk. Whitebird moved okay. Hearing that the banquet was going to be held, the members of the Tianyuan, who were extremely depressed before the war, cheered. The preparation of the wine and the barbecue were all busy. Master Leader, where are the other members? Whitebird asked Aizen immediately when they saw that they hadn't arrived yet. They're here too, just dealing with a little thing. Chen said with a smile. Planetary devastation. There was a loud shout from the sky, and a meteor with a huge broken scrap iron fell from the sky and exploded on the sea, setting off countless stormy waves. This is Whitebird frowned slightly. It's an artificial satellite, a 7-star machine type monster card, which can monitor you in outer space. It should be the method of Blackbird. Muto Game said lightly. Marco and Foil did not expect that this plain looking boy knew so much. Monster card. This is what beat me last time. Marco thought of Blackbird's red-eyed black dragon, and he felt resentful. If it wasn't for his carelessness, he and Ace could at least escape. Retreat well. The red-eyed black dragon is also a 7-star monster. Muto Game nodded. What? Who killed this mechanical monster? Hearing that the real red-eyed black dragon was the same level as the smashed scrap iron, Marco was a little uneasy. Who is the boss who gave a second to a monster of this level? HMPH. What's all the fuss about? In the void, a floating soul body dressed as a ninja appeared on the Moby Dick. Extremely proud, it was Uchiha Madara. Phoenix and Foil's pupils shrank. Is this a human or a ghost? And Uchiha Madara ignored them. After he landed on the deck, he looked around and chuckled softly. Have they not arrived yet? It seems that I won. Chen's mouth slightly raised. Really? I don't think so. Uchiha Madara frowned suddenly. Could it be? Oh, I can't hide it from the leader. The leader has merged with Kaikasujetsu, right? At this moment, the void was torn apart with one hand like a thin piece of paper, and Aizen walked out slowly, holding a Marine Vice Admiral with a hollow-eyed and wretched-looking appearance in his hand. And this Marine Vice Admiral turned out to be the famous Vice Admiral T. Dolphin, and Vice Admiral Mamausaji is a candidate for Marine Admiral. But unfortunately their admiral positions were later taken away by recruits, Fujitora, Green Bull, who joined 2 years later, but Aizen can beat the T-Dolphin in seconds, and his strength is terrifying. Phoenix, Foil, and others are simply unbelievable. With such strength, they are standing in the legend without knowing it. Wouldn't it be necessary to kill them? Thinking of the neck feeling a little cold. Aizen, have you practiced every time you play? Seeing Aizen's arrival, Merlin smiled faintly. He had already discovered Aizen, but he was still amazed at the way Aizen appeared. Uchiha Madara was slightly displeased when Merlin praised Aizen. HMPH, I'm in a state of undead now, otherwise your Kaikasujetsu might not be able to hide from my Rinnegan. Yes, maybe. Aizen smiled non-committally. Uchiha Madara's face froze suddenly. Maybe Pete. I don't know why, but suddenly it seemed like she was beating Aizen. Okay, if you have a chance in the future, you can take it slow. What about the others? Chen frowned and said, why are the others so much slower than Aizen and the others? Have they met a master? Sorry, Captain, I'm late. At this time, an old man of Daegu's Iron Feng, holding a cane, flashed one step at a time, walking from the small town on the island like an infinite flash, and finally landed on the deck of the Moby Dick. As I get older, I can't bring King New, and my feet are a little slower. Laozi sighed leisurely. Phoenix and Foil had black lines all over their faces. Old man, it only took you a breath to walk here from the small town. Is this called slowness? You almost disappear when you walk. Where's Aqua? Chen said lightly. Aqua and Magneto are all that's left now. She got lost while teasing the Sea Kings at sea, and I happened to bump into her. At this time, in the sky, Magneto flew in the sky, and behind him were 30 marine surveillance ships floating, and Aqua was on a warship. Hey, is this the Lion Fruit ability? The flying pirate Golden Lion. Looking at the shocking scene of 30 warships floating, some people on the ship who didn't know Golden Lion mistook Magneto for Golden Lion because Golden Lion escaped from prison 20 years ago, and he had a good relationship with Whitebird. Enemy and friend. No, not him. Phoenix, Foil and others know Golden Lion. Golden Lion is already lame, and there is a big difference in appearance with Magneto. The world of One Piece does not have the country of Han. Even if there is, Golden Lion will not go to plastic surgery. The surveillance ships around here, I've cleaned up. All surveillance equipment is disturbed by my magnetic field, and I can guarantee that there is no way naval headquarters and Blackbird know what's going on here. Magneto took Aqua and landed on the deck and said very indifferently, as if he had just done a trivial thing, "Nice job." Chen nodded. Magneto's ability should be used like this. During the war, the intelligence system will directly kill you. It depends on whether you panic. I guess Marshal Marine Sengoku is sweating profusely now. At this time, Magneto said to Whitebird, "I didn't bring any gifts this time. These 30 warships will be given to you. Let's have a chat." Sent 30 warships in one go, and are you just talking about your feelings? The Phoenix and the Foil Sword have suffered a critical blow again. Boss, can you not pretend to be forceful? We are almost ashamed. At this moment, Chen looked around and said lightly, "Since everyone is here, let's start the banquet." "Yes, Captain." Whitebird, Merlin, Mutagame, Aizen, Archer Hamadara, Magneto, Aqua, Laozi and others all responded in unison, with Chen as the leader. Phoenix and Foil watched this scene to understand that Chen, who seemed to be low-key, was the big boss among the bosses. Sure enough, the real boss doesn't need to pretend. Just a word, and the force will be above the 9 heavens. Contempt for the mortal world. PS. Additional mention. Kurama has arrived. The author has not forgotten it, but the location where it descends is invisible to ordinary people. Chapter 50. The magic weapon descends from the sky. Just when Chen and the Whitebird pirates held a banquet, the discussion group in the Superdimension Internet Cafe was also boiling, passionate like fire and soft like water. I finally got to see the demeanor of the big guys. She really didn't expect that the strength of the bosses was so earth-shattering that they were no different from the land gods. Alice, the bosses are really awesome, and the leader is the most handsome. It's not my fault for the venomous tongue. Is this what the beholder sees in the eyes of the beholder? Alice, whatever you say. Alice fell in love at first sight with Chen, who had rescued her. It was no secret in internet cafes, so everyone was not surprised. Evil King True Eyes. HMPH. Aqua-chan is a little out of order, actually drinking wine and hanging out with the leader of the team. Liuha has an inexplicable affection for Chen, because Chen helped her to speak, and she was not mistaken that she was a middle schooler, so she could continue to pretend in internet cafes. The most important thing is, Chen is handsome. This is true. Alice, Goddess Aqua's character is like that. Carefree. Alice is a westerner and doesn't feel that way. She's not that petty. Golden retriever. No, why does she only hang out with the leader of the group? Alice. Suddenly she felt her blonde hair turn green. It's not my fault for the poisonous tongue. Suddenly I feel that my Lily is very talented in catching rape. Zarshizi made fun of him. Golden retriever. What kind of talent is this? And who is your family? Enthusiasm like fire, soft like water. Okay everyone, let's watch the live broadcast silently. She is a bystander, and she doesn't have that kind of affection for Chen, at least not yet. As for the lovely girls above, I really envy their peaceful and youthful life. It's not like her country is ruined, her family is turbulent, and she is so beautiful because of her peerless beauty, being hunted. Alice. Okay, sisters, let's continue watching the live broadcast. Alice thought for a while she couldn't travel to the world of One Piece, and Aqua shouldn't be too much, so she could only choose. Forgive him. It's just that she didn't expect things to be more serious than she thought. In the world of One Piece, 4 days are very short, because they all pass in happy times. In the past few days, the Whitebird pirates and their 43 pirates, a total of more than 50,000 pirates, are holding a banquet, and their days are super happy. Big bowls of drinking, big mouthfuls of meat, the 2 of them, and the 3 of them danced together. Aqua held Chen in her left hand and the nurse on the boat in her right hand, humming non-stop, and sleeping with Chen drunk at night. So angry Alice smashed the computer, but unfortunately it couldn't be smashed. Of course, not everyone likes dancing and socializing. For example, Aizen, Uchiha Madara, Laozi, and Merlin play Warcraft all night after every day's banquet. Especially Merlin, many Dapig's trotters. Since the game started, even the girls don't bother to take a look. And Magneto was most puzzled. He didn't like socializing, and he didn't have enough members to buy the game, so he could only watch Merlin and the others play. Magneto thought to himself, do you want to buy more blood? But I'm not enough alone. How can I fool the mutants of the Brotherhood to donate blood? At the banquet, Chen saw Magneto's tangled expression, and it was really funny. Alas, poor boss. Although Chen sympathized with Magneto, he couldn't help it. His own membership points were not enough. Even if he wanted to loan Magneto, he couldn't do anything. I just hope that Magneto will steal the cosmic Rubik's Cube and rise up. Cool la la la. Everyone continue to drink. Whitebird held up a huge wooden barrel wine glass and said with a heroic smile. He completely ignored the decisive battle tomorrow. At this time, the other side, the naval headquarters, had a heavy atmosphere. How so? Marshal Sengoku was restless, and he lost his sleep and food, and his head turned white with worry. The Vice Admiralty Dolphin was captured, and his life and death are unknown. 30 surveillance ships lost contact in an instant, and the intelligence system was completely destroyed. The most incomprehensible thing for him was just the latest information he received just now, that the Whitebird pirates went crazy and held banquets for days and nights in a row. Hey, you guys are going to the battlefield tomorrow. So happy. People who don't know will think that tomorrow will be a big day. What tactic is this? Sengoku couldn't understand. Having fought a battle in his life, he had never seen such a tactic. By doing this, Whitebird is not afraid that on the battlefield tomorrow, few people can hold the knife and stand firm. Could it be that Whitebird had given up on himself, ready to eat and drink, and hit the road? No, Whitebird is not such a person. He must have a conspiracy. Sengoku grabbed his hair and scratched. I really can't figure it out. Sengoku complained anxiously. Sengoku, don't do this. You go on like this. Whitebird hasn't come yet. You have to step over yourself. Maybe this is what Whitebird wants to achieve. In the office, Marine hero Garb, who was eating senbei and sipping hot tea as usual, said lightly. As a legendary man who has hammered the 3rd generation One Piece, Rocks 40 years ago, Roger 20 years ago, Luffy the future One Piece. His strength has not declined due to age at all. His body is extremely strong, and his mentality is also the most stable. Even in this war, his inner conflict is deeper than anyone else. Ace is his adopted grandson, but he is a sea soldier. He can save Ace anytime he wants, but he can't do that. He is a sea soldier. It can be said that Garp is the most irritable and conflicted right now, but he is not flustered, and this alone is not comparable to Sengoku. Yes, hahaha, I understand. This is Whitebird's conspiracy. Garp, you really woke up the dreamer. I'll go to rest, eat. Hahaha. Sengoku seemed to have figured out something, stood up excitedly, and walked out of the office in a hurry. Garp, in fact, he was just talking. Who could have guessed Whitebird's tactics? However, Sengoku's pressure is greater than he imagined. This is not a performance that he has figured out at all, but he really can't figure it out. He just finds a reason to lie to himself and say, this is Whitebird's conspiracy. Well, I don't know what the war will be like tomorrow, Whitebird, but he's definitely not a self-sacrificing person. Garp said with a heavy heart. The next day was extremely sunny. But people all over the world know that today is going to be a bloody cold day with countless deaths. The light now is the last warmth before darkness comes. The Whitebird pirates and their pirate fleet vs naval headquarters plus 7 warlords of the Sea Allied Force. The outcome of this war will change the course of the entire era. Countless video phone bugs are connected to the fortress where naval headquarters is located. Countless reporters, countless civilians and even nobles are waiting for the start of the war. The result can be less than an hour before Ace's execution. The Whitebird pirates still didn't show up. It's not right. There's still an hour, and they didn't show up. They are confident that they can save Ace within an hour. Sengoku nervously looked at his timer bug. Garp, I don't have dizziness. The phone bug is fine, right? Sengoku said, there is no phone bug, and the Whitebird pirates can't be lurking on the bottom of the sea. After that guy from Blackbird reminded us, we arranged a submarine force on the bottom of the sea to monitor Whitebird's every move. Garp on the side said solemnly, do you think they drank too much and didn't wake up? At this time, under the execution stand, Vice Admiral, the General Staff Officer of Marine, who had come up, hesitated. She felt that apart from this reason, there was no other explanation. Sengoku, Garp, it is really possible that, after drinking it for several days and nights, no one can wake up. It can't be true. Sengoku said, I don't think so. Garp said. If the Whitebird pirates are really late, because of drinking too much, then this war will be the biggest joke in history. The reputation of the Whitebird pirates is completely stinky, and the consequences are greater than losing the war. What's the matter? Sengoku frowned. His hair that had just been dyed black turned white again in an instant. Killer la la. Sengoku, you don't have to guess. We're already there. Suddenly, there was a long and heroic laugh in the sky. The laughter shook the black clouds over the top, and the shaking waves were everywhere, shaking the marine fortress to the verge of collapse. It's Whitebird. Sengoku was startled. In the sky, Garp saw Whitebird's figure instantly. Click. I saw that the void was broken, and 30 warships and 46 pirate ships suspended in the sky slowly emerged, and divine soldiers descended from the sky. P.S. In fact, the memory video, the main Kikuzu is processed and adjusted. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.